welcome for the first time ever to your one and only source. We are your hosts.
My name is Phoebe.
And my name is Caroline. And you guys, we are a Gossip Girl recap podcast. We're a freaking Gossip Girl podcast now.
And isn't that wonderful?
Isn't this something new and exciting for all of you?
It was new and exciting for us. I do think, well, guys, before this, we recapped Pretty Little Liars, and we kind of got it down to a freaking science. And so now, I kind of had a tough time taking notes.
I did too. But I think I was thinking back to how we started. So if you haven't been here from the beginning, welcome. You should probably get to work. You have like over 200 episodes you must catch up on, because I do feel like there's going to be a lot of lore that like transcends the show.
I have one written down.
Okay. What?
No, I mean like in my notes.
The thing is, you guys, we've been recapping Pretty Little Liars for actually 3.5 years. And one of the I think best parts of our recaps is our world building. We really kind of made the show our own. People were like, the show's perfect, don't touch it. And we were like, well, what if it could be improved upon? And that's kind of what we did. So if you're not familiar with that, you should go listen. And the same thing's going to happen with Gossip Girl. But I was like thinking about when we first started Pretty Little Liars, it's not like we immediately found all the jokes.
Yeah, well, I also think another reason I this feels different is there aren't the same kind of staples in this world as there are in Rosewood.
What do you mean?
Like Rosewood Times Square.
Well, there are. We just don't know it yet.
Yeah, but I do feel like when you think about the show in its entirety, there are a lot of little places that they go that aren't, because New York is so big. Whereas in Rosewood, it's like Apple Rose Grill.
True.
These places that even the places that are weird, it's like, but we've gone here more than once, typically.
Well, I will say, I think some of the ones, and again, like, we're not going to know what is going to be, like, what's going to stick out to us, what we're going to create stories around, and what's going to be funny or whatever. Like, we're just not going to know until it hits us in the front of the head. That's not the saying. Hits us on the top of the head. Hits us right over the head is what it is. Until it hits us right over the head, we're just not going to know. But I will say, in season 1, like, we're going to get the Met Steps. Like, that's going to be one. We're going to get the Palace Hotel. We're going to get the Waldorf penthouse. Like, so we're going to get places like this. It's just going to feel a lot more spread out and a lot different. We might get so much more. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm really excited. I feel like I kind of have like first day jitters a little bit. First day of school vibes is what this feels like. And that's kind of goofy because we have already recapped this pilot also.
I realized I have a lot of this pilot memorized.
Me too. On our Patreon for the last 3 years or whatever, we've been doing once a month a pilot recap of something else. So Gossip Girl was the first one we did because we decided pretty early on when we finished Pretty Little Liars, we were going to pivot to Gossip Girl. And I feel like I built it up so much, but watching it, I was just like, there's so much here. Like, this show is a time capsule in a different way than Pretty Little Liars. Like, I feel like Pretty Little Liars could kind of...
That exists in any universe.
Yeah, it's not tied down to like a year. This feels very 2007. The music they're playing, that's the other thing. Like, the music in Pretty Little Liars, they were great songs, but they were famous because they were on the show. Gossip Girl, although it had a hand in making certain songs and artists famous, like, some of these songs we already knew and loved. And it does go, how the fuck did they pay for all this music?
I've always thought that, yeah.
It's crazy, the amount of music.
But thank God they did.
I know. It really, really adds to the show. I just think, like, there's so much about this.
But also, like, part of Gossip Girl was that it felt so current, but also it was always almost ahead a step.
Yeah.
And so these songs, it being set in New York, being like that, it needed to have us. It couldn't do what Pretty Little Liar or what most freeform shows did, and like go through a library of songs and be like, well, what fits here? That's the cheapest.
Right. I was reading up a little bit about on like how they created it and how they did the music, and they really wanted like a blend of really current kind of pop hits and indie rock. And I feel like the indie rock scene is where we really see the impact the show had, where it's like they took these songs, like, who knows if some of these songs, if I think they're so iconic because they played on the show first and that's how they got iconic, or if they already were and then the show took them. Like, I don't even really know, but it's exciting. And that, so what makes sense to us with the way that we're going to approach this show. We're going to do our typical beat by beat recaps, and we're going to get in the weeds. And if you are looking for like a summary that kind of glosses over the plot, this just isn't the show for you, because we are getting in there. But 2 Tuesdays a month, we're going to revisit some of the pop culture moments from the time of the show. So our first Tuesday episode is going to be December 9th, I think is the day, December 9th. And we're going to be talking about, from episodes 1 and 2, the music, what was going on in the world in September 2007, which is when this premiered. What was going on behind the scenes, just sort of like what the pop culture was like, music, fashion, things like that. So we didn't really have that with Pretty Little Liars as much. There were the occasional like pop culture reference, but we could kind of just take care of it in the recap. But with these, we really want to get in there. So that's going to be what our Tuesday episodes shift to. And instead of every single week, those are going to be twice a week. And then
Twice a month, sorry.
And then our Patreon is going to shift content as well. So you're going to see more of our like reality TV, pop culture discussions over there. So if that was something that you loved from the Pretty Little podcast, it still exists. It's just in a different place. You're probably already there if you loved it. So it shouldn't be too much of a change for you. But make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok and everything, so that you can stay up to date on all of that. And tune in every Thursday for our Gossip Girl recaps, and then 2 Tuesdays a month for our pop culture deep dives. I can't think of anything else we really need to say before we dive in.
Me either.
By the way, if you guys don't know, we're sisters.
Wait, I wanted them to guess.
For the first time, you wanted them to guess.
I wanted them to figure it out.
They're like, okay, they're either sisters or mortal enemies. No in between.
And it's kind of synonymous.
And you'll keep thinking that.
It's kind of the same thing.
Oh, okay, Phoebe.
Well, I just mean, sisters are kind of your built-in best friend and foe.
Frenemy a little bit.
Well, yes.
Say. I do definitely consider you frenemy. It's actually what you like under company in the contact card for you on my phone. It does say Frenemies Inc. Just because I'm like, I want someone to know if I were in an accident and they looked at my phone and they saw Phoebe Caroline, they're like, oh, same last name. It's like, frenemies. So maybe you should call somebody else. I don't know how fast you can.
Kelly's in Caroline's phone is ice.
Yeah, not my husband, not my mom.
Kelly.
It's Kelly. And if you don't know who Kelly is, again, these are things you need to go listen to our first podcast so you can really get up to date, because the Connell lore is deep and it's rich, and we're going to be talking about it. And if you don't know about our ceiling caving in, then you have some work to do, but it's okay. Welcome. We take you where you are. We meet you where you are, is what that one is.
Okay, maybe Caroline's a fucking alien today.
I'm just nervous as heck. I'm nervous as all heck. As all get out, as mom would say.
The way that you've said those two phrases, the first one, the hits you right on top of the head, and then this one is like an alien trying to fit in by they've heard a couple human sayings a couple times, so they're like, man, that just hit me right on the top of the head.
Hey Phoebe, maybe stop blowing my fucking cover. What did we just say about frenemies, by the way? Hey, case in point, Frenemies Inc. is a party of one, and it's well staffed. It only needs one person.
Party of one,
and yet it's well staffed. She does the work of many. Okay, so let's just get into it. Let's start our recap. This premiered September 19th, 2007, Wednesday, 9 p.m.
Wow.
9 p.m. slot was like, okay, porn. You know what I mean? That was 9 p.m. slot was like, okay, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, it was 8 p.m. Tuesdays, Pretty Little Liars, 9 p.m. Wednesdays, CW, 9 p.m. Sundays, HBO, nudity.
Sheesh. Okay, so this was softcore porn.
Yeah, well, I do feel like that's also kind of freeform as middle school.
Mm-hmm.
CW is late high school.
Late high school, college.
But
HBO was 40 years old. You're 40 years old. You've seen it all. You've actually seen it all. Nothing can shock you anymore. Young Folks, which is one of my favorite songs on planet Earth.
Yeah, I agree.
This was the perfect song. Okay, are you aware of the app or the game Music League? No. Okay. Oh, it's this really fun thing where you get a bunch of people. You get a group of friends or whatever. And you have different challenges. So it's choose the best song for your morning commute.
That's what Kelly sent us the other day.
Choose a good song for a workout, whatever, something like that. And then you send it to all your friends and you all choose a song that connects to your Spotify. So you can go through your playlist. You choose a song and then you put it in. You can add a little comment and then everybody votes on which song they think is the best. It makes a playlist for you so you can listen to all of them. And then you see who won. And you can do all these different rounds. It's very fun. I feel like you and your friends would really like it. So we're doing it right now. And for morning commute, I put Young Folks because I was that is such a good morning commute song. The drums, the
that
whistling.
Song also Time to Pretend by MGMT.
Yeah, no, that is really good. And I feel like MGMT was also like very much featured in Gossip Girl.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
the
think
music
so.
was, I literally would like, I wasn't watching the show live because I wasn't allowed. Actually, fun fact, I don't even remember when I got into Gossip Girl, but I do remember being in middle school. And I think I was like, it's embarrassing. I think I was in like 8th grade when this happened. And I remember purchasing, because for some reason, why did we think that if you bought something on iTunes, nobody ever saw it and nobody ever got charged? Do you remember those days?
Yeah, I definitely. Well, I think it was like We Could Play Dumb.
Every song was $1.20. Well, they used to be 99 cents. Inflation, my guy. $1.29. And then you could buy TV shows and stuff. And so I bought like an episode of Gossip Girl, and it was the Slumber Party episode, which is still to this day one of my favorites. And I mentioned to our babysitter at the time, Anne, I was like, oh my God, I'm watching Gossip Girl, freaking love it, blah, blah. She was like, oh my God, I love Gossip Girl. Well, guess what Anne turned around and did? Told Mom. She goes, and by the way, she shouldn't be watching this. It's not appropriate. Mom lost it. Mom was like, how could you be doing this? And actually now I know it was 8th grade because shortly after this happened, we went to Hollywood, California for a wedding, and we're driving down the street, and I've told this story before, and we see a billboard that's like your mother's worst nightmare, and it's Serena and Nate on the bar at the Shepherd wedding. And Mom was like, wow, see Anne was looking out for you. Anne was right. And I was like, Anne was porn. Stifling me. So when I finally got to watch it in high school at some point, it was like, what a breath of fresh air. But also the marketing they were doing, that was like ahead of its time.
So good.
The like anti-encouraging marketing. I feel like that was like not being done. And there were actual full blogs that were like moms, like that were like moms against Gossip Girl. Like there were like full, like I'm not kidding, like forums where they're like, this is the most disgusting. Regina George writing about herself. This girl's a fugly slut. You're not talking about Gossip Girl. Like they fucking hated the show. But I don't remember why I started talking about that.
We were talking about
when we started watching it. Because I wasn't watching it live. But like I would go look at like music blogs and see where they listed every single song that was played and immediately add them to my playlist. And then I would make the mixtapes for the carpool, and everyone would be like, oh my God, like Caroline, your music taste is so good. And I was like, no, it's not. It's not anyone else's taste. It's just mine. And I came up with it all on my own, and I found all these people by myself. But that was also when the website This Song Is Sick and This Band Is Sick were really hot. And it was like the indie rock vibe was just strong there. So anyway, all of this to say,
the music in the show is
the
fire.
music is so, especially this first episode.
Well, it's just like back to back to back to back.
Hit, literally, it's so good, and you can't even tell that like you don't get that much of the songs, but it doesn't feel like you don't. Like the way that they scored this show is really, really well done. So we start with young folks, these sweeping views of Manhattan, kind of giving us the lay of the land, and we get our iconic view of our it girl, Serena van der Woodsen, having what I believe to be her Vienna moment, head on the window of the train, pulling into New York City.
She's killing me. Well, I think this is because of how we watch the show now, like how we're going to watch it now for the first time ever. Like we're going to watch it in a different way than we ever have before. And you notice so many things about the blocking, and the way that we start is the same way we end.
Yes, I know.
But it's reversed. It's the mirror image of each other.
We get 2 shots like that. One, once Serena walks into Grand Central Station and she walks up to the balcony and she's overlooking, we get that again right before her and Dan's first date. And then at the very end in the taxi, we get this moment. And it's kind of just this gorgeous, I didn't either. It's really a gorgeous pilot. Like, and that's one thing that this has in common with Pretty Little Liars. Maybe it's a Warner Bros. Thing, but like,
well, even the way that they do the flashback later is similar to the way they do the flashbacks, which is part of what makes like us, when we don't know Allie in the show, it's like even we feel a warmth to that time because of the way that they edit it. And with this, they're able to be like you feel drunk like Nate and Serena.
Yes, it's like this glowy sort of filter on it, and
with
it's like
backlighting can look good. Every Wicked critics.
Yeah, and hey, shut up about Wicked, by the way. Hey, everyone who's talked shit on Wicked
I'm
lighting,
tired of it.
I'm over it.
I miss the times where people didn't feel like they had to say that they hated everything.
I don't care what you think about it. And meanwhile, you and I are literally having a podcast telling everybody what we think about actually everything, but I don't care what other people think.
Right.
We have like good opinions, though.
Yes. I was about to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I was like, unless I don't need that on tape.
Unless you're Phoebe or Caroline. Yeah, and okay, call me a hypocrite. I don't give a fuck. I can't hear you.
I'm not one-dimensional.
I contain multitudes, babe. You know who kind of is one-dimensional though?
Serena
Van der Woodsen. I was listening to them talk about this show, and they were like, well, Serena is sort of the character that like,
she's the every girl.
no, they did not say that. She flits through life and she just like hurts people's feelings and ruins their lives and just doesn't even notice it. I'm like, yeah, that pretty much sums it up
and
to
somehow
me.
in her brain, she still is the victim and the best person.
Yes, exactly. So we get our first Gossip Girl voiceover, laying the land, of course. Also situating us in the Upper East Side, which is funny because I didn't realize this, but the Palace Hotel where a lot of this takes place is in Midtown Manhattan, not the Upper East Side. So, okay. But anyway.
And did you know, fun fact, they all lived at the Palace Hotel while they were starting to film.
They did?
I read that.
I thought they said the Gramercy.
Okay. They stayed at a big hotel. I don't know. They stayed at a big fancy hotel, and they said it was interesting because they were seeing like this wasn't that far off from the lives that a lot of the young rich kids are. I mean, you think about Next Gen NYC, low key, like
100%. It's like unscripted
Charlie
Gossip Girl.
was the
Chuck Bass.
But also, like, I feel like when he was younger, he was in this scene of
100%
people.
I totally agree with you. I think one thing that's interesting is like every single person who's in this, the main characters, except for Eric, none of them are from New York. And it was something that the producers were like not sure about because they were like, we really want the show to like feel like New York. And we don't know if LA transplants can like give us that feeling.
And Mary Beth Barone would say they can't.
Mary Beth Barone would say, and you're right about that. But I think they did such a good job. But it's like they were living in that hotel experiencing New York for the first, like, can you imagine? They were like, it was like summer camp. You go and you're all best friends and you're going out and you're doing all this crazy shit. I mean, I can't even imagine. Like,
it probably was like the first, and not that my first week of college was literally anything like this, but the way that others talk about their first week of college, it probably felt like that for like over and over again. Like they didn't anticipating the responsibility of what was coming, but then also getting to do all this fun stuff with a bunch of people you've just met.
And you're kind of anonymous
and
in
it's
that
like
moment.
No rules.
Yeah, exactly. No rules. No rules at all for anybody, characters or the real actors. So our first Gossip Girl voiceover, by the way, Kristen Bell, I found out they like auditioned hundreds of people. She went and asked if she could read for it because she like loved the books and she wanted to do it so bad. She wasn't like on their list though.
Did she do it after Veronica Mars?
Yeah.
Okay, so she was already like Kristen Bell.
Yeah. And Chase Crawford, there's a video of him being like, and I'm actually like a personal fan of Kristen Bell, so I was really happy with that choice.
I do just like,
did they hook up?
Chase, not where I was going. Chase Crawford just is Nate Archibald. I
feel
feel like.
My God. And like, I'm
Which,
sorry.
Like, sometimes it's like, I'm not trying to take away from his acting prowess, but like part of me is like every interview I see of him, I'm like, but you weren't acting.
No.
That's just you.
No, totally. I mean, I really believe that like some of the best actors in the show are Leighton Meester and Ed Westwick.
And Kristen Bell.
And Kristen Bell, of course. I mean, let's not undermine voice acting. Thank you. Voiceovers are tough. And she really killed it in the fact that like nobody knew who it was.
Well, because it does. I mean, and especially, obviously, I was so young when that happened, but I remember when I found that out, it was around the time of Frozen, I think.
Oh.
So like the difference
really?
and like, yeah, I mean, I was 6 when this came out. So like by the time Frozen happened, I was like in 6th grade. So I was 11.
I just feel like Frozen came out yesterday.
It feels like
you know what I mean?
I had that movie memorized front to back.
Still do.
I'm
your sister. That's what I do.
There are 2 lines in this episode that like the delivery simultaneously makes me cringe so much, but also like because of that feeling I get every time, I'm like, that they are iconic.
There's actually so many lines in this show, in this first episode, and I realize
there are so many lines.
Guys, they're talking. The first episode is based on the first book. That is like
the whole book.
Yeah, and then they pretty much stray from it. But like the first episode is like, this is like first book vibes. And fun fact, so Chuck, one thing that as I'm watching this, I'm like, oh my God, like
Chuck is kind of the Ezra Loki.
Well, I used to be such a Chuck and Blair stan, and I don't know how I'll feel like on this
I
watch.
really never was, but I was never charmed by Chuck. Not even just because he's like terrible in the beginning, but I mean like as people started, and because I watched it was very different than how you watched Pretty Little Liars, where like I basically knew I knew Blair and Chuck ended up together, and I remember watching and being like, what?
Yeah.
And then I think it put a bad taste in my mouth. But then when he starts to be good, the one thing I think that he did, the prom votes, I do love that scene.
They're just like
But
together.
and then the Empire State Building, that episode.
Yeah.
But what I will say is like I don't think Ed Westwick was very cute.
I totally agree with you.
And I think
I
for
didn't
me,
get
I'm
it.
like, Blair,
I did not get it. I did not think he was cute. And then like also
especially
he's
in
like
the beginning
so
with
gross.
his fucking like Pete Wentz hair.
I know. That's so
Or no, not
true.
even Pete Wentz. Who's
No,
the
it
lead
is.
singer.
It's giving Pete Wentz.
But it's also giving the lead singer.
And
of
why
Fall
did
Out Boy.
nobody know the lead singer's name of Fall Out Boy, but everybody knew the bassist?
Because he was hot.
Kind of hilarious
He's
though.
hot as fuck.
Typically, like the bassist is, I would say, overlooked in situations like this,
Unless they're hot.
unless they're wearing guy liner and they're hot and a really tight graphic tee and a studded belt and skinny jeans.
Yes.
Then
And
you could pretty much get it
black
anytime you
nails.
wanted. And what?
Black nails.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, everyone who's acting like painting your nails as a guy was as edgy in 2025. It's like, hello.
They've been
It's like
doing it.
Sugarberg going down swinging.
It's like you look for what you find what you look for.
Exactly. And now we've said it.
I've been trying to find the perfect picture of that scene so I can get the perfect sticker of that, and it just isn't working.
Of what scene? And now we said
And
it.
now we've said it. Of Camille.
What is that from? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. For a
Guys,
second.
and hey, new people, that is completely out of character what just happened.
I know. Please don't. It will not happen.
Especially
again.
because Caroline is the one who said it. Caroline thought that was a quote from us. Caroline thought that
No,
was
I didn't. But it's taken on so many lives since then. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't say it without seeing Camille go. And now we've said it.
And you're right. I mean, now I see her at the head of the table.
They're not
And
at
she
a
looks
table. They are sitting in
Oh,
Villa
they're
Rosa.
sitting at. Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
You're right. Sorry.
Caroline's due for a rewatch,
I
guys.
obviously that's clear.
This is fucking humiliating.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And
Maybe
I'm sorry
there-
to Camille Grammer.
Baby,
Sorry.
baby, there is no plane.
That's what this is giving. I'm sorry. But apparently in the beginning, the plan was for Chuck to fully be a villain and to fully be evil,
That's why I compared him to Ezra, because I think that they...
but only for like the first episode. And then they were like, oh, we really like him and we want to keep him around.
I don't understand
But it's
why, though.
God, he starts on such shitty
I
footing.
think you kind of could have kept that going for him, and he could have stayed on the show and been fully the antagonist for the entire show. You didn't have to put him with the main character that everyone's gonna fall in love with.
Well, here's the other thing, is they also were like, Blair is supposed to be like pure evil, but Leighton Meester,
Which is so
crazy.
indicative of the time.
I know,
because we have our Lucy Hale Arya,
I know,
and we have our Blake Lively Serena
Yes.
Vanderwoodson, and it's like, okay, and then we have Elena Gilbert, of course, and don't forget Jorgensen. What's her first name from Secret Life of the American Teenager?
Oh, Amy Jurgensen.
Don't forget her.
Shailene Woodley.
The
Boring girls came out on top. Okay.
Yes.
Boring girls were the winners.
who feigned being interesting.
Yes.
By getting
Blair-
pregnant, dating their teacher, going to boarding school,
And it's like none
or
of that's
dating a
interesting.
vampire.
Literally none of that is interesting at all to me. Okay. My interest is not piqued.
Yes. Pack it up, American Eagle bootlegs.
Pack it up, camisole under your tea. Pack it up. Pack it up, straightened hair. It smells like burning. Anyway, it smells like burning actually. But Leighton Meester they were like, she found so much nuance in Blair, like that we didn't really even see. And I really feel like I see that so many moments
It's
here
making me
in
think
this
of-
episode.
It's honestly very similar to how Ariana's been treating Glinda.
Yes, totally.
Where like not that I think John M. Chu or anybody that's ever touched Wicked has ever thought that there
That she's
wasn't nuance to
one-dimensional and not-
Glinda.
yeah,
but I do think that it's easy to probably play her in a very kind of one-note way. And Ariana took so much care. And I think, and it's for Leighton to do it for 7 years, it's impossible not to, I bet.
Yeah.
And probably boring. If they
think
want you to
God.
be like just the mean
Well,
girl, it's boring as fuck.
And then it's almost like her way of ensuring that she was given great material, you know, by being so great. It's like, well, now we have this tool we can play with as writers. You know, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, Leighton is capable of doing so much. So why would we limit her to just being this evil girl? Maybe there's shit going on that's like resulting in who she is. And I think there's so many like unspoken little like facial expressions and things like that in this episode where it's like,
I feel like Leighton knew who Blair was immediately.
from a very early age.
Yeah.
Exactly. So our first voiceover, of course, starts with our. I'm trying to find it in my voice, the Kristen Bell in my voice. Hey, Upper East Siders. Oh, that was a little bit.
That was pretty
Why don't you
good.
try?
No,
Why?
because I'm no
Gossip
fun.
Girl here. That was pretty good. And I have the biggest news ever. Why are you covering your face? Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm trying to picture.
Oh, okay. Do it again. One of my many sources, Melanie91, sends us this. Spotted at Grand Central, bags in hand, Serena Vanderwoodson. Was it only a year ago our it girl mysteriously disappeared for, quote, boarding school? And just as suddenly, she's back. Don't believe me? See for yourselves. Lucky for us, Melanie91 sent proof. Thanks for the photo, Mel.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There was a little bit of Lisa Barlow in there.
What? The hoarseness. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
And I think some of the ORER sounds.
Okay. I'll work on it. And I'll get better and better every time I
And
swear.
thank you for taking my notes well.
Well, don't
'Cause guys,
don't count on that for every
Hey
week.
guys, that could have been the end of the episode.
Seems
right
like I'm in a good headspace today, but that could change in the next few seconds. So
it
don't
has changed.
don't. Oh my god. Okay. Also, Melanie91 Edna Mode vibes. Massive Edna Mode vibes, guys. Melanie91, and we need to pay attention to this because, like, I wonder if we'll see these people again. You know what I mean? And we just didn't even realize it.
Well, it's like, I mean, we kind of like how we got to know Barry Maple.
Who? Oh, the police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I've completely wiped my brain of Pretty Little Liars. It would appear,
And I never can.
I know. And
I was just watching it the other day.
That's crazy. It's so funny. Serena is walking through Grand Central Station, and Melanie91, Edna Mode, bitch, holds up her camera,
Literally
walking. Like, the world stops around. She's not an actual
this
famous
was,
person.
This was the director's notes for Melanie91. First of all, she's in the script as Melanie91. And
they were like, we couldn't get Lindsay Shaw. We couldn't get Paige McCullers because she was busy doing Pretty Little Liars, but we need someone with the same exact haircut.
At this point, I feel like she was doing fucking Ned's Declassified.
Okay, but I was just commenting on the haircut. That was
similar.
that was on the vision board.
What I'm saying is that the director was saying, have you ever seen Mean Girls? Just pretend you're the girl who says, I saw Regina George in camo pants and flip-flops.
Army pants and flip-flops, yep. No, totally. I mean, it's so funny. And it's like, sorry, loser vibes. Sorry, Melanie91, loser vibes.
But you know who's not loser vibes and you know whose outfit I freaking love? Serena. I've always loved this outfit.
This is classic. This is actually very
Guys, I probably tried to recreate this for school when I was guys, and for those, this is great for the new listeners. I just get to like recap my whole life of achievements. In eighth grade, I won best dressed.
Which, hey, surprise to us all.
It wasn't at the time.
You know what's funny is, like, you won best dressed in 8th grade. I won best dressed as a senior in college at school. And mom couldn't fucking believe her ears for me as a senior. And I think she could for you.
Well, I wanted it. I sought it out my 8th grade
Mom
year.
was also providing your wardrobe. So mom absolutely hated how I dressed in college. Yeah. Actually, she still hates how I dressed.
I texted Caroline and Mimi the other day separately, but before.
Start the group chat. Mimi's Phoebe's best friend, by the way.
I was getting not my grandmother. I was getting dressed for work, and I texted Joel and I said, sometimes you just gotta put on an outfit you know your mom would absolutely hate.
And it's like, okay.
Yes.
And it's like, Blair Waldorf gets
Which
it.
Mom hearing this, she's gonna like melt into the ground, into the sewers.
She's actually probably you're at the
she's
door
gonna
right
be like,
now.
You went to work and something you didn't think I'd like.
That's Phoebe. We didn't talk about that. Phoebe, that is not okay.
I had to approve. Bae.
Anyway.
Bae.
She's wearing a navy and white striped boat neck, like 3/4 length.
Now
sleeve
that's
shirt.
where she loses me. I would have worn a crew neck.
Yeah.
I hate a boat neck.
Okay. She's got a camel colored leather coat over this. And then she's got a yellow necktie. Now, I don't see you in the yellow necktie. Maybe we could replace that with the yellow fedora.
I wouldn't have taken that risk, but I would have wanted to.
And that's the thing about
Serena. I would have thought about it.
And that's what Serena does. What the average girl was like, I want to, but I can't. Serena was like, I want to, so I'm going to. And who cares? I'm starting a trend. You know, it really is the cutting the holes in your tank top and you have a purple bra under for Regina George. That's
part of that. Like there is, and frankly, sorry guys, this is a Blake Lively safe podcast. I think the most likable parts of Serena are the things that read the most like Blake Lively.
I feel like there was no other person that could have played this role.
No.
Like,
they had to absolutely speak the way that she speaks.
Oh, and I have to go. I thought that was like a choice. I can't believe that's how she talks. Not gonna lie. Hey, Blake, cannot believe that's how you talk.
Guys, I rewatched It Ends With Us the other day. I stand by it. I think the movie's pretty good.
I don't hate the movie. I honestly don't. But it's just so hard to watch it now. It's like so shrouded in craziness. But I do like Blake Lively did just have like a chokehold on like the it girl of the early 2000s, you know? Like she just like Sisterhood of Traveling Pants. That was pre-nose job and she still did it for us. Like we were like, this is totally believable, you know? Everything. So anyway, Serena now is standing on the balcony overlooking Grand Central Station. She has the iconic photo taken of her, and then she's replaced by Rufus Humphrey, who is calling for his children, Dan and Jenny, otherwise known as freaking Lonely Boy and Little J.
Little J.
Little J.
I know we like go through our ups and downs with Jenny.
Love her this episode.
I love her in the beginning. I think
Yeah.
she's so sweet, and I love Taylor Momsen.
I think she is one of the most beautiful actresses ever.
I love that she's doing her thing right now, and so she's out in the press a little bit more. And hearing the way that she talks about
Not the
the
show.
Grinch,
Not Gossip Girl though. She
No.
apparently fucking hated Gossip Girl, which I'm like,
Whatever.
be grateful. Show some respect.
but the way she talked about doing the Grinch, like I don't know, I just expected her to not like look back
Yeah.
at that time maybe fondly, but she talked about it so positively, and like she had so much fun with Jim Carrey.
That's
and
so cute to
like,
think about.
so cute.
Yes, I love that so much. All right, so Dan and Jenny were visiting their mom over the weekend. We find out pretty quickly Rufus and Allison Humphrey are separated at the moment. And Rufus is like very much wanting to die
Yeah, because
over
they're
it.
like, there's like she's fine, and Rufus says she's fine as in like never should have left Manhattan fine, or she's fine like taking a break from my marriage was the best decision I ever made.
And
fine.
they literally just look at it and they're like, so
I'm starving.
I'm hungry. Yeah, they like won't answer it. Also, Dan's sideburns, insane. I don't feel like they always look
Crazy,
like
and
this.
I
It's 'cause
just
he has like the buzz cut,
Yeah.
and so they're so
I don't know
pronounced.
why we had to, but they come down so far. They're like mutton chops
They're
almost.
too much.
And
You're not in a
I
period
just-
piece.
I just watched This Is 40 for the first time.
Oh, what a gift!
I love that.
It's
I
So good. I love
and
This Is
Maude
40.
Apatow and Iris Apatow.
They are unbelievably good in that. It's actually
and that's the fact that that's
startlingly
their
good.
mom.
I
Think
and
about,
their
and
dad,
their dad directed it.
I know.
Think about how much fun they were having. But Iris Apatow is
so good.
cute.
She's so cute. She's so good. I'm sorry, Maude Apatow's thing with Lost. How
So
she's watching
funny.
Lost.
And when at the very end, they're all fighting and they're at the dinner table, and Iris Apatow goes and leaves, and she comes into the room. They share their bathroom, and she has the iPad for Maude, and she's like, here. And she's in like a big t-shirt.
No, they're so cute together. Their sisterhood is so cute. When they're like, what is it? I think Leslie Mann and Paul Rudd are like, they're trying to have sex, or she's like blowing him or something, and they're like screaming at each other outside. And then like, I'm sorry, it's so fucking
But
funny. And the
yeah.
fact that they're actually sisters, I'm like, was this even scripted?
Literally,
They're trying to film the
think
blowjob scene, and the girls just won't shut the fuck
John
up.
was probably like, wait, camera's up.
Yeah, keep them rolling, keep them rolling.
But the only reason I brought that up was because I love Paul Rudd's haircut in that, but he has the same.
Really? Were they like in?
His sideburns come down super far, and they have like, it's almost like 70s.
Yeah, it is. It very much is.
And that's
It's
what
either
Dan
70s
has.
or Pride and Prejudice era.
Ho ho ho, Road Warriors! The holidays are almost here, and if you still have some names on your nice list, don't freak. Uncommon Goods makes your holiday shopping stress-free and filled with joy. There are literally thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts, so you can be sure your gifts will make the special people in your life so happy. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade in the U.S. They highlight independent artists and small businesses, so your gifts will always feel personal and never rushed or last minute. Like this handmade glass Santa figurine I found, crafted by Tony Chirico. This is the perfect gift to add to my mom's Santa collection. So don't wait. Make this holiday the year you give something truly unforgettable. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/prettylittlepodcast. That's uncommongoods.com/prettylittlepodcast for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary. Listen up, Road Warriors. I have got to tell you about this book I just finished, Guardian Demon by Aurora Asher. I truly didn't know a romance starring a demon hero could be so cozy.
Okay, I actually did know that, but it's not a competition. Guys, Guardian Demon is the ultimate forbidden romance novel, but it still keeps it upbeat and fun. And it's giving major star-crossed lovers vibes, which we famously love.
Totally. The grumpy sunshine trope is becoming one of my faves. I could not put this book down. My phone was literally on Do Not Disturb all weekend thanks to this New York Times bestseller.
So if you want to be a well-read hottie like us, then grab your copy of Guardian Demon by Aurora Asher. It's available wherever books are sold in print and in ebook, but the Gorge Deluxe first printing is only available for a limited time. So run, don't walk. So Dan sees Serena in the crowd, and this is where Gossip Girl coins the nickname for him, Lonely Boy. We need to decide, are we going to come right out and talk about who Gossip Girl is?
Yeah, I think we should, because I want to talk about the still that we get of him looking at his computer.
Because I do like feel bad because there are people like our mother who's never watched the show, but it's like,
oh,
but it doesn't make sense who it is the thing. So it's like,
and also it would be different if we had done Pretty Little Liars and we both knew who A was, and we decide that is so different because that's a mystery.
I know,
but Gossip Girl, that's not. It was like, oh, who's Gossip Girl gonna be? But it wasn't like who's A.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It was everything else is like who's Nate gonna end up with.
Yeah,
like that's not. It was just a different kind of show. So I feel like they'll keep watching the show even if they know who Gossip Girl is.
Yeah, I think so too.
And because you guys have to.
And actually, because you don't have a fucking choice. Anthony and I just watched it his first time watching it, and he got it spoiled. He did guess it, but he did also get it spoiled for him because. Is it Penn Bagley or Penn Badgley?
I say Badgley.
I say Badgley too. I'm like not so totally sure. I've heard people do it every other kind of way. He used to like really give me the ick. And John Tucker Must Die, his character actually gave me the major ick.
That's fair in John Tucker Must Die, but not in like Easy A.
No, agree. Totally agree.
Or even like, okay, I'm not like a Joe apologist. I think he's the creepiest fucking guy ever. But the way that they dressed and styled him in You.
Yeah.
Is peak.
Yeah, no, I agree. Totally agree. And honestly, it is giving Dan Humphrey. Just grown up, if like things had gone a little bit differently for him, he's just Joe Goldberg. Like 100%.
Yeah. Especially with how we find out things ended up.
Exactly. So we also find out right away that Dan is in love with Serena somehow because Gossip Girl says, can't believe the love of his life has returned. Hey, Dan, that's crazy.
Hey, Dan, but also
writing this about yourself is
you're putting. Oh, wait, we didn't even say it.
Yeah, Dan's Gossip Girl. I know. It sounds crazy. It is. It doesn't make any sense as the show goes on. It's sort of the way that the A reveal doesn't really make sense.
Did they say they knew that it was him?
I don't think so.
Because the only reason I'm confused is because that shot does make it look like it's him.
Very much. I wonder if initially they wanted it to be him and then they were like moving away from that and they went back because there's just so many moments that it's like, okay, Dan, you're not sending that tip to Gossip Girl. You're not posting that about your sister. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things I'm just like, you're not doing that about your girlfriend.
You're not doing that stuff and then everything turns out fine.
Exactly. Like, and it's just like, it changes who you are as a person. If like,
you are doing that
his
about
redemption
Jenny.
At the end, I'm just like, so anyway, we'll get into all that. But, we get the first mention of Blair Waldorf. We go to
Naughty Girl by Beyonce starts to play.
So fucking
I think it's Naughty Girl. It has that like little string thing.
Yeah,
it kind of sounds like, but I don't think it actually is that.
I think it's. Is it a Rihanna song?
It might be.
Rihanna, yeah, it is. If it's loving that you want, come on, let me be your girl. Yeah, it's that. It's called like, I don't know what it's called. Maybe Lovin' or something, but that's what's playing. And we go to Blair Waldorf's house, and everyone is getting texts about Serena being back, like the updates. But here's what's weird to me, because Blair gets it too, and they get texts, and it's from UESGRL17. Serena is back with the picture of her. But that's like, we got this whole Gossip Girl post. So I'm like, is this somebody else who's like texting them, or is this
maybe,
like,
or maybe it's like, I mean, I don't know how the technology worked at the time, but maybe it was a little bit like Gossip Girl could set it up so that every time she posted a blog, there was an abbreviated version that maybe was sent as a text.
We need to pay attention and see if like they're all coming from Upper East Side Girl 17, you know? But God, I can even hear it in my head.
Intern.
Like,
it's Jenny.
There you go. Yeah, we are gonna definitely be giving internships out at Gossip Girl Academy. We are me and Phoebe are giving those out.
What do you mean?
I mean, like in the show, we're gonna be like, this is like an internship. Like this person is an intern. Like, well, you'll find out, Phoebe. Just shut up. You're like literally gonna be along for the ride. You will find out. But we've got the song by Rihanna playing. We've got all the old school ringtones. We've got like the chatter
Guys,
at the party.
it
Like
makes
it's just
me listen. Obviously, I understand that this show is quite literally about a cyberbully. However, it does make me long for this time when phones were like that.
Oh my God. Like seeing all the different kind of phones. Also, everyone had different kinds of phones. Like it wasn't just like only iPhones, but this was the year the iPhone came out, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But it's like to see everybody we've got Blackberries, we've got Sidekicks, we've got chocolates, razors, like everyone has something different and it's epic and I love it. And I love how the texts look and I love how the ringtones sound. And I just like,
I miss it.
I love the way they would text. I love it all.
And I miss it the way everything looked.
Yes, I agree. We meet Eleanor Waldorf, who is replaced in the next episode swiftly, but I love her outfit. She's wearing like this long kind of tiered black maxi skirt, formal. And then she's got a white button down tucked in with like huge
Collar up.
Popped collar, chunky necklaces. She looks so chic. And we see Blair, who looks adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And right away, we like immediately clock this relationship and this dynamic between Blair and her mom, because her mom was like, oh, Blair, if you're going to wear one of my designs, at least tell me so we can get it altered. And it's like,
so
go fuck yourself.
Because she says that in front of her friend. And then she walks away with her friend and says, she's my best advertisement.
It's almost also like some insight into like the relationship, like what Blair hears from her mother and how her mother actually feels about her, but will never let Blair know that, you know? Like it's like Blair only hears the criticism and she leaves, but like we know Eleanor loves Blair, but she's just like, it's a lot harder for her to show it.
Yes, I agree.
You know?
So at this point, it's important to remember that Blair already knows Serena's back in town.
Yes, she's got the text.
Who we're about to meet does not know that.
This is the impetus for her to do what she's about to do.
Nate is talking to his dad and his
dad's called the
friends.
captain, by the way, which is
hey, that's trademarked.
Hey, trademarked by the Connell family. We are calling our dad captain. He was captain of the Marine Corps. Ever heard of it?
And that's what my kids will be calling him.
And that's what we'll be calling him. And that's just that. But he's
I
the
can't wait for
captain.
my kids to be at school and them to be like, we're going to captain's
house.
We're going to grandpa's house, and then they're going to be like, yeah. What is a grandpa?
Never heard of a grandpa before.
My kid's in the back of class, like
raises her hand. Excuse me, teacher.
What's a grandpa?
What's a grandpa?
And the teacher like
suddenly teacher's like, oh my God,
thinks the worst.
Yeah, exactly. So we realize here that like the expectations too for like these families run so high, and Nate's whole family, they're like Dartmouth people. And so Nate's talking to his dad's friends and they're like, oh, we're going to go to school. And he's like, well, I haven't really decided. And Nate's father's like, yes, you have.
And then Nate goes, well, actually, I was thinking I would look out west.
He's like, UCLA, weed's legal there. It's basically like his vibe. And his parents, and his dad's like, well, I think Dartmouth is ringing around my head. Like we've talked about this a million fucking times.
Every time he talks to his dad, it's giving like, well...
I kind of had this idea, and it sounds like, hey, no more of that. No more ideas. Thank you. So Blair comes and interrupts him and grabs Nate, and she's like, excuse me, Captain, I have to steal Nate for a second. And then Chuck calls Nate, and we see Chuck, like, he's got Cotty and Iz on him.
He's in a pile of women.
A pile of freaking women, of broads. And he's trying to get Nate to go smoke, and, like, mimes smoking a joint, and Blair pulls him into a room. What I want to say is this room, Blair, is directly like there is one piece of wood separating you from the party. You think you're about to go lose your virginity in this room. Does the door even lock? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, this is crazy. It's crazy, and she knows it. So she goes in the room and they're like, all right, let's throw down. Blair wants to lose her virginity. Let's do it.
Let's do this.
And he's like, I thought you wanted to wait. No, I'm ready. And they start, and she's like, I love you, Nate Archibald. Always have, always will.
It's like she's had this moment scripted for her whole life.
Yes, because they've been dating since kindergarten, which they will remind us over and over again. And he looks at her, and it's just like so clear, like he doesn't love her. I mean, he like loves her, but he's not in love with her. He's obsessed with Serena, and it's just like obvious from the get-go.
And what makes worse is that we go outside, and What Goes Wrong Comes Wrong by Justin Timberlake starts to play, and Serena's at the freaking party. She comes upstairs. She runs into her mom. We meet Lily. She's talking about how the Murakami that this guy offered didn't match her furniture, which makes me think she's talking about Rufus here. Because later on when she goes to the art loft.
And he's like, are you still looking for art to go with your new furniture? Maybe. Well, that's the other thing is I'm like, Lily and Rufus... And I never thought this before because I never really cared about their relationship. they like are meant for each other. Like I don't even think they end up together, but
I can't remember.
they are like, they just are obsessed with each other. They are those old flames that it's like they will find any excuse to go see each other.
Yes, 100%.
But the fact that their kids don't even know about their history is kind of insane.
It's even more telling of how,
I know. Yes.
how like,
you're like, I can't even get into
it's
that.
like,
with
were you guys
because
lovers?
You'll
Worse.
know it's unfinished. Like you'll know that I still love him. But it's just like the way that they even talk to each other, they just always have like this little smirk under everything they say. Like it's really good. But Serena walks in, and
also Chuck before this hears that Serena's back, and he says, "Good, things were getting a little dull around here." And the way they cut it, he says that immediately we go outside, and what goes around comes around, starts to play.
Oh, it's so good. And the doorman also checks her out as she walks in. Don't do that. Hey, don't do that. So Serena's spotted by Eleanor Waldorf right away, and Eleanor immediately knocks on Blair's door and is like, "Blair, hey Blair."
In the
I'm like, so you know she's in there.
The cut we get is of them starting to potentially fornicate, and
wow,
and a shot of a picture of Blair and Serena on Blair's bedside table,
which I also need to point out, like,
this isn't Blair's room, and it never would be.
Right, but
it's
also
giving Spencer Hastings' bedroom episode
one. But it's also makes me think like it's one of those little moments I'm just like, because why the fuck does Blair still have that picture next to her nightside table? Serena just, I mean, Blair knows she was betrayed by Serena, but she doesn't know the extent to which she was betrayed by Serena. Even if it was just that Serena left for a year and didn't even tell you and just left and like never spoke to you again, and then you had the year that you had, Blair, it's like the fact that this picture is still right there shows me too that like Blair loves and needs Serena so much, even though it's like this really
it's also something that
friendship.
I feel like we see in her relationship with her parents of like, she does have this hard exterior where she has to play this game with Serena at first where she's like mad at her, but she ultimately gives up so quickly once they're speaking again. Right.
And like honestly, because the thing is too, like Serena was the it girl,
which and she I will never understand
Blair the opportunity, and now Blair's like, oh my God, like she's just like seeing her life flash before her eyes. She's gonna lose her boyfriend. She's gonna lose her social status. She's gonna lose her friends, like everything.
And I just don't understand how we ever saw. I know Blair says mean stuff, but like off the gate, Serena's the one who did the fucked up stuff.
No,
Blair is like willing to forgive her,
dude. When we talk about this, like I want to go in on Serena. Like I just can't believe it. But this moment makes me so sad, and Leighton Meester's acting is so good. Because he's like, wait, what? Serena's back? Wait, what? And he's like pulling himself away from her immediately. And she's like, no, Serena's at school. Kiss me. Like, meanwhile, knowing she already knew Serena was back. It's like, oh my God.
Yes.
And then it's like, no, don't you want to go say hi? And
no, this line, he goes, don't you want to go say hi?
And Blair's like, yeah.
And then she starts putting her
and she starts putting her stuff back on, and her face, like the pain on her face
good.
is so sad. And I'm obsessed with this moment that we get out here. They get dressed, they're going to go say hi. Nate walks out of the door and like locks eyes with Serena. And then we have a door open in between them, and it's Blair, and she's staring at Nate. So like she sees Nate's face looking at Serena, and you know she's like, he's never fucking looked at me like that. And then she turns to see what he's looking at. Fucking Serena, like,
and it's giving. We need Megan Albatross to immediately watch this so she can do her Blake Lively face, because Blake Lively is doing that classic like
her pursed lips like
it's crazy. Before this, we forgot to mention, because we started talking about Rufus, when Lily and Serena are talking. Serena's like, so where is he? And have they let him out yet? All this stuff. And she's like, let's not talk about that here. I just wanted you to see your friends. And she's like, no, I'm gonna go see him.
Yeah. So we find out there's like a reason Serena is back, and we'll find out what that is. So Blair, though, she does fake it so perfectly. Like she does the look at Nate and she sees Serena, and you just see like disgust on her face, which makes me wonder, like, did she know about the Shepherd wedding? Like, you know what I mean?
Maybe not specifically, but I do think she thought that they did something.
I don't know how you don't realize your boyfriend's in love with your best friend. Because I don't think Serena ever, that's what's even worse. Is like Serena wasn't fucking in love with Nate when they did what they did. Like Nate had been pining over Serena forever. Like it's not that I forgive him more, but I'm just like, I don't forgive either. It's evil, but I am like, it's worse to me that Serena like didn't want to be with Nate. Like she just did it to do it. Like she didn't actually Whereas Nate was
100%.
like, oh,
She's
I'm in
purely
love
selfish.
with her. Yeah, exactly. So then Blair literally like changes her face and she's like, oh my God. And it's like this perfect, like, it's so good. And Serena's like, by the way, I'm out. Oh, Phoebe, I would set myself on fire. If my best friend left for a year, came back, I was in the middle of doing the deed with my boyfriend for the first time. It gets interrupted by my mother. I come outside and see this look between you two. And then I see you and you're like, I'm actually outie. I would
do that. The Regina George, when she goes, don't you know what everyone says about you?
Yeah. They say you're a homeschool jungle freak who's a less hot version of me.
Yeah.
So good. And she's got the Caltine bar in her teeth. That's
my least favorite part of that scene.
Yeah, you hate how that looks, which makes sense to me. So we get another Gossip Girl thing. Word is that S bailed on B's party in under 90 seconds. Evil.
And didn't even have one limoncello.
And this is when we see, oh, and also this moment though killed me because another moment I never noticed before. As everybody's getting this Gossip Girl blast, you see Blair looking at all their phones and seeing the Gossip Girl blast, which I was almost like, hello, like how did this come through so fast? Dan, you're not even here. But like, just seeing like she's looking at their phones and seeing that like Serena left B's party in under 90 seconds and Blair's just like, oh my God. Like it's just dagger after dagger for Blair, honestly.
This is,
and that's when we see Dan
right,
sitting at his laptop as we get our
but
first sign off from Gossip Girl.
What they do, what they're trying to show in so much of the whole show is the tips of like there are people there that want nothing more than to be featured on Gossip Girl. So like maybe they were like live texting.
Yes. And this was like before blogs were a thing also. So like now this is really easy for me to like imagine this kind of thing happening, but at the time too, this was like very ahead of its time and very fun. But we get our classic Gossip Girl sign off for the first time where she says, and who am I? That's one secret I'll never tell. You know, you're the only one. You know, you love me, XOXO, Gossip Girl. And we see Dan sitting in the dark at his laptop for that sign off. And it's like, how did you not think we were going to think he was Gossip Girl with that?
Right. And then it's interesting though, because then Jenny later, like, wouldn't it be on, if she had seen it on his computer, wouldn't it have been
logged in?
Yeah. She would have been like,
wait, username. Yeah.
Wait, the cursor's blinking on
yeah,
this.
Exactly.
Right. You're in the middle of typing about
Maybe
how my kiss on the lips dress looked bad.
Yeah. He is so the type though to like post it and then like sit
and then
back and read it and like have it up. So like honestly,
no, he goes into like, you know, when you're like making a website, you can go to like what the
preview or whatever. Yes, that's like
always what he's on.
Always looking at that.
So we go to the off shop center and we'll learn that is in a second. But I just need to say this is our can I get a cheeseburger moment.
When Serena
Serena comes in, the nurse does her job and says, hey, young lady, you can't be in here. Visiting hours are over. I'm family.
Serena Leonard's like,
he's my brother.
And keeps walking. She literally she's like, those rules don't apply to me, bitch. Do you know who I am? Are you not on Gossip Girl? Grow up. Like Serena might as well say that. She goes in. Eric, her younger brother, is asleep.
For those of you who don't know, a can I get a cheeseburger moment is
Arya's big foil. As we find out exactly who this bitch is.
So Arya is a character on the show Pretty Little Liars who we'll mention a lot because she's the pick me as fuck.
Because she's Serena.
And she claims she's a vegan multiple times in the show. Like it comes up. They're like, oh, we need a vegan thing for Arya. But we find out multiple times through things like
her favorite food is called
chicken. Oh my gosh. Like these kinds of things. In the first episode, she walks into a bar. She's underage. She walks into a bar, sits there, has been there for maybe 15 seconds and goes, can I get a cheeseburger?
She's like, does anybody work here? Oh my God, do I have to make it myself? Do I have to go kill the cow myself? I don't do that. I'm a vegan. Can I get a cheeseburger?
She's the type to order a cheeseburger, get it, and be like,
wait, I'm a vegan.
Is this not impossible?
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, well, whatever. I'll eat it. I'll eat it this time. And that's like always her trick. She doesn't order the impossible. They're like, we'll change that. She's like, no,
then she reports,
I'm starving, so better eat something. I'm tiny. I'm going to pass out if I don't eat right now. So
then she reports the restaurant to PETA.
Yeah, exactly. So anywho, Serena has fallen asleep in the chair in the Ostrov Center. Eric wakes up and sees her. He's got a bandage on his wrist. We find out that he did try to commit suicide. And so this is why she's back. We also find out here that Serena was also wearing a vest underneath her.
I don't think it was a vest. Here's what I think it is.
What?
It's one of those shirts that had the lace
No
sewn to the
fucking
back.
way. Dude, that to me, sorry, screams like Kohl's and screams not something Serena Van der
And
Woodsen
so
even
fucking uncomfortable.
has.
No, it's Macy's or Belk.
Okay. All right. I guess at this time, let us
Or
know what you guys
Bendel's.
think. Let us know what you think. I think I might go back to doing the reference pictures. I'm scared to say it on air because, like, what if I don't? But
Well, for right now, it was easier in the beginning. Then I feel like,
Yeah.
especially the thing that happened with Pretty Little Liars is their clothes stopped getting as outrageous.
as crazy and like, but there are things like this that I feel like we'll just need it. So, anywho, Lily enters and Serena's like, "Oh, hey, mom, I'm actually going to take Eric to breakfast. Hey, you don't get to just like leave here."
Well, what had when they're sitting there on the bed, Eric wakes her up and he's like, "There must be a lot of rumors about why you're back." And Serena goes, "And none mention you." And then Eric
like,
goes, "Just
yeah, there are a lot of rumors about me, as usual. I'm used to it, Eric.
And
None
Eric's-
about you."
Eric says just like what mom wants, and Lily walks in and says, "What do I want?" For Serena to sleep in her own bed. Possibly in pajamas. And then they're like, "Well, Serena's like, we're gonna go take you to breakfast now."
And Lily's like,
Lily goes, "No, I'm gonna go down the street and get him a croissant."
Wait, by the way, why did she say croissant?
She doesn't even say it like she's saying it in a French accent.
No.
She says it like a kid who can't say their R's.
She goes, I think I'll go get him a croissant. And it's not like, you have to be like croissant if you want to like say it like that, Lily. But I have to say, I fucking love Lily Van der Woodsen. She's not a great mom, but I love her so much.
And I love that actress.
I love Kelly Rutherford. I think she's iconic. Like, I think, I really do. I love Lily's
And I love how
updos.
much she loves Gossip Girl still.
Yes. I think it's iconic.
Like the way she, or
And
like
you
people,
should.
like she and
like,
Ed
again,
Westwick.
Be grateful. Thank you.
Who did I just see who said like, I don't like when people are ashamed of their past work. There was a celebrity who had
I
been
think it was
in,
me. I think that was just Caroline Connell, the famous celebrity. Maybe said that. Probably in an interview with a
it
big
might have
magazine.
been Dakota Fanning.
Okay. Well, she doesn't have much to be embarrassed about, to be honest.
She was talking about,
yeah, it's easy for you to
she
say.
had this interview where they were like, "Have you ever taken anything from set?" And she's like, "Yeah."
She's like,
I there has never really been a time where I wanted something and I haven't taken it. She's like,
She's like, are you not allowed? Are you not allowed to do that?
Let me find where. Okay, so Serena takes Lily out into the little hallway and is like, "What the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing here to my little bro?
Oh my God.
You got him in here? Where is he? At Uncle Fred's in Connecticut?"
Yeah, where'd you say he is?
And Lily says, "Aunt Carol's in Miami."
But here's what I need to say. Serena, why do you want your mom to let Gossip Girl and everybody know that your brother tried to kill himself? Do you really think that's
and
what's
hey,
best
you're
for
gonna
Eric?
be pretty pissed when someone else does that in a couple episodes.
Yeah.
By the way, when I think of the worst things Blair's ever done, that's like the one and only thing on the list.
I agree. I am 100% with you. It's like the worst. It's such a bad moment for Blair. But I'm just like, Serena, like, I understand, but this is a very private
Eric probably doesn't want anybody to
matter.
know.
Like, why do you think everybody should know?
Serena
what he
wanted
did?
to show up.
I get what she's saying. She's being like,
Yes.
you want our picture perfect family, but it's
Yeah.
like,
But it's like Eric also at this point, like he probably doesn't want it all over Gossip Girl
let's
either.
let him recover.
And also like Serena walked into that party at the Waldorfs wanting to see Lily wearing a shirt with the suicide hotline number on
No,
it.
literally.
Like truly, like she and like with a petition in her hand.
She wanted to like walk up and interrupt a conversation where Lily's like sobbing in tears, explaining what happened to Eric and showing photos. Like that's what she wanted. And the thing is, like, Eric has a fresh bandage on his wrist. So
Like just
maybe we wait a year and
Which
wait
I
for him
think
to be a little bit recovered, and then maybe it's an opportunity for you to make a difference and bring it to the public. If Eric fucking wants to, he's also a minor. He's your little brother. He's not.
I don't think I ever realized. Like obviously, I realized that he had the bandages on his wrist, but I don't think I realized how fresh it was.
Yeah.
My brain it had happened a couple like months ago, and
I
Serena
kind of
made
felt
it back,
the same.
or like it happened when she left.
But it's like, yeah, I just
It,
don't.
like that's literally why she's back. And before
And if I'm
the
Lily, I'm also like, yeah, shut the fuck up. You've been at boarding like she's like, you've been at boarding school and doing God knows
this is
what.
another thing.
With God knows who. And Serena goes, it wasn't like that. And it's like, well, excuse the fuck out of me for thinking
also,
it was,
hey Serena,
Serena.
we're gonna find out. It kind of
was like that, and it always is like that, and it's gonna be like that again. And like that's the thing is like, you don't get to act just because you're changed and we haven't heard from you from a year doesn't mean you like we should forget who you've always been, like, and why you went. You know what I mean? Like, of course your mom's gonna think that.
And one thing about we missed this part of the Gossip Girl message that they say when Dan is zoomed in on his computer, where Gossip Girl says, "Why did she leave and why did she return? To send me all the details." And Dan zooms in on him, and part of that, it's like I don't understand how they were gonna make Dan That is so sinister that then
It's-
Dan starts to date Serena
I
and is going to
know.
learn all these tragic things
Yes.
about her life.
How are we supposed to root for them as a couple when it's like
Yeah.
their whole foundation is also based on such dishonesty and like manipulation? You know what I mean?
This is Ezra Fitz's fucking son.
Dude, 100%. 100%.
In every way.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's so many parallels between Ezra Fitz and Dan Humphrey. So speaking of the Humphreys, we go to Brooklyn. We go to the nicest loft in Brooklyn for these poor people.
And hey, by the way, they're going to try to convince you for the whole
That
episode
these
that
people are
they're
poor.
dirt poor.
Yeah, and it's a gorgeous
They don't
loft.
even have heat in here.
Yeah,
You're actually watching the hit musical Rent.
They're like, hey, I know we have this beautiful loft. It's just what we could do. But if we're gonna put blue lipstick on you guys, and if you could just have your teeth chattering the entire time, we're gonna make it seem like it's really fucking cold in here, no heat. Okay. So Rufus is making breakfast, which he is going to be doing a lot, and Jenny is prepping envelopes.
So you don't feel the same way about these mornings as you do Marin mornings?
Well, these kind of are our new Marin mornings, but no, I like Waldorf mornings.
Yeah.
I like Waldorf mornings. I just do. But it's so funny. He goes, guess whose dad is cool? And is it Dan who comes out and goes, must be a trick question because it can't be ours.
And he hands Dan the Rolling Stone article where it's the top 10 forgotten bands of the 90s. And Lincoln Hawk, his band, is sitting pretty at number 9.
Number 9. And Jenny's like, hey, by the way, Dan, I saw you were on Gossip Girl last night. Like, are you so obsessed with Serena Vanderwoodson? He's like, that's a freaking chick website. Like, of course I'm not reading it. Whatever. We find out Jenny's working on invites for the Kiss on the Lips
She goes,
party.
it's for
Kiss on the lips.
Kiss on the lips.
I
the
love
way
it. She goes,
sa-
okay, what does she say? You're going on a date with Serena Vanderwoodson?
Yes, that's the line.
I'm going to kiss on the lips.
That is the line
says
that I
this family's
had,
not cool?
had freaking bolded in my notes because simultaneously I hate the way she delivers it,
But
but
I
now
also
it's become like
Love
she had
kiss
to.
on the lips.
Okay, you're going on a date with Serena and
I'm going to kiss on the lips. So good. I love it.
Sorry, Taylor Momsen, you hate this show, but you've given us so many gifts with
Yeah,
it.
then like why
I'm
did
your
you do it so
sister.
well? I'm
That's
your
what I
sister.
do.
That's what I do. She has a million lines that are like epic in terms of delivery. But Jenny works the system from an early age. Like, I don't know, she's scrappy. She's always been scrappy. She will continue to be scrappy. She found out that if someone saw her calligraphy and they were like, oh, if you address all these envelopes for the Kiss on the Lips party, then you can have one. And Jenny said, deal. And so now we go to the Palace Hotel. This is where Serena is staying because their apartment is under renovation, as we learned. Why are all the trees lit up? It's not Christmas. Oh, there are Christmas lights on every single tree
For fun?
outside of the Palace Hotel. I mean, it looks gorgeous, but like again, not Christmas. When
Nate's
she's walking
waiting.
in, and Nate is just
Nate's lying in wait.
Nate is just waiting here, circling like a freaking hawk. And she walks up and he's like, oh, you're staying here? And she's like, yeah, you know my mom. If it's not broke, break it. Okay. She really seems like that kind of person.
And he's like, I just wanted to check on you after yesterday. And she goes, Nate, I have to go.
I have to go. And this is one of my favorite lines where he's like,
Yes.
he goes, but you're back now. And she goes, I didn't come back for you.
The way she delivers, we have to give her we have to give Serena her flowers when she
because it's
them.
rare. It's rare, and I'm gonna and both
I
of
didn't
them.
come back for
but
you.
You're back now. I didn't come back for you.
The way she pulls away from
Look,
him.
you're Blair's boyfriend, and she's my best friend. No, Blair's my best friend, and you're her boyfriend, and she loves you. Oh, it's just it's such an iconic
and that's
scene.
the way things
And
are
that's
meant to
the
be.
way things are supposed to be. And she leaves Nate outside. We then see Dan
I've
rushing
always loved this.
to catch the bus. This is the only time we'll ever see Nate Archibald and Chuck Bass on a bus. Never happens again. But Chuck does have me LOLing in this
It
scene.
kind of gives Chuck was like, it'll be so funny if we take the bus to school one morning.
Yeah. That's on the first day. Just like make everyone like they don't know what to expect from us. And then it's like psych limo every day. They're all on the bus together. Chuck is immediately horrifying. He goes, Serena looked effing hot last night.
Why
The way
does he talk like this?
Serena looked effing hot last night. He goes, there's something about that level of perfection. It needs to be violated. Like, and these are the lines where it's like, oh my God.
You're disgusting.
You're actually so bad. Like,
Serena gets it right later. You're a pig.
it makes so much sense that he's this evil in the first episode that they wanted him to keep being that way because it's like it's so hard to redeem him at all in this episode.
And it is like I do like sometimes in TV shows they want, especially when it's girl focused, they want the boys to not really. I feel like they don't oftentimes show like the way boys talk to each other
Yeah.
when they're like 17.
Yeah.
And the way this interaction between Nate and Chuck here, it's because Nate's like, you were seriously disturbed. And they're just like kind of like laughing and like
and then Chuck goes,
being gross
Hey!
boys.
are you following us?
Dan
Dan
Humphrey.
Humphrey.
And Nate goes, identical uniforms didn't
Yeah,
tip
Dan's
you
like,
off?
Dan's like, we go to the same school. And then
He's like, I know we don't with the way you smell.
yeah, it's so funny.
That is Brooklyn water you shower with.
I can tell. By the way, this scene at the Met Steps was the first scene they filmed.
I have so much to say about this scene.
It is one of the greatest scenes in television history.
The way they block it.
The power dynamics.
The way it shifts through.
Oh.
Yes. It shifts 3 times.
Yes, and it's so good. And I'm sorry, Blair and Serena, like, I love the part where Serena goes, thanks for making the time. And Blair goes, you're my best friend.
Yes, it's so good.
It's just so good.
But I will say, like, Leighton Meester immediately is acting,
out-acting everyone in the scene.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Specifically Blake Lively.
It's crazy.
And you can tell that the way the script was written, they kind of wanted, with every fight that they have, they want the audience to, for some reason, be on Serena's side.
I know. And I'm just like, it's like, you can't make Serena do the things that she does and still make us like want to be like, oh, we love her. She's the golden girl. Like, I don't know. But Serena walks up to the Met Steps. And by the way, we're going to see Serena in metallics all the effing time, which were very big at this time. And I loved that. And she goes up and like, again, like she is immediately nice. She sees Jenny. She introduces herself to Jenny. Jenny, play it cool for a minute in your life. She goes, I know. She does this twice. She does it again later to Chuck Bass. I know. I mean, hi, I'm Jenny. And they're obviously trying to keep the kiss on the lips party from Serena. And Serena asks when it is. And Blair goes, Saturday.
I love the way,
kind of not invited.
The way Blair says Saturday and then the music starts.
Yes.
She goes, Saturday.
And you're kind of not invited because up until yesterday, everyone thought you were at boarding school. But it is like, hey, Blair, not that hard to just. It's not that capacity.
I love when
you could change it.
She says, and Jenny's all out of invites, and Jenny like starts to almost look like she's gonna speak up.
She's like, you can go now.
Yes,
yeah.
You can go now.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. So then Blair and the girls stand up. They start to leave. They start walking down the steps.
No, wait. Okay. When Serena walks up, Blair is looking down at her.
Yeah, she is sitting, but she's still looking down.
No. Sorry. Flip that. Reverse it. Do it again.
Okay.
Blake comes up the steps.
Yeah.
So she's looking up at Blair at first during the you're not invited part.
Yes.
Serena is looking down at them when she comes up the stairs because then she says, when's the party? And
no, Serena's looking up at them. Blair is looking down.
No. At this point, Serena looks like she is looking down at them when they're talking about
because she's standing there sitting.
When's the party? And then they stand up when they've solidified that Serena's not invited.
Yes.
And then they go down the stairs, and this is when
this great shot.
She turns around and it's like
whirls around, and her coat like goes in the wind.
So it's there are like 3 shifts here, and it follows the way the conversation and who's in power and who's in control.
Yes, it's so good. And she's like, Blair, can we talk? The Palace, 8 p.m. And she's like, I have plans with Nate tonight. And this is Blair
wait.
down looking up at Serena.
I know this is your favorite,
Go ahead.
your show, but I love the way that she says these lines. She says, Blair, can we meet tonight? And then Blair says I have plans with Nate, something special. And Serena cuts her off and says, the Palace.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.?
Nate will wait.
Mm-hmm.
Nate will wait.
We are not 35 years old.
And then Blair has a moment of like her jaw, her lips kind of grimace. And she's like,
probably do 30 minutes.
30 minutes. And then that's when Serena says, thanks for making the time. And Blair says, you're my best friend. And it's just like,
but again, like the way Blake delivers these lines, thanks for making the time. She says it like a 1940s
thanks
detective.
For making the time. That's like, it's just, I don't even know, but it's just so good.
Did B think S would go down without a fight?
Did S think she could waltz home and things would be like they were? Or can these 2 hotties work it out? Imagine Dan Humphrey. There's nothing Gossip Girl likes more than a good cat fight, and this could be a classic.
Okay. The boy who was scoffing at Chuck Bass 2 minutes ago for talking about women the way that he was, and now you are talking about women this way.
So I guess school's over now because Dan is helping Rufus put posters for Lincoln Hawk all around the place, and this is when Dan gets an emergency text from Jenny. And this is also not the last.
How we know Arya and Ezra are actually the biological parents of Dan, because he says, you should really be using MySpace. Save some trees, start a blog.
Yeah, exactly. And so Dan's like, oh, I gotta go. And he goes, are you going to be okay? And Rufus goes, yeah, your mom's always a free spirit and she'll be back. Dan's like, yeah, I mean with the posters, I have to go. So he goes to meet Jenny where she is. He doesn't know where she is. Serena at this time is talking to a different nurse.
I am dead at Jenny putting the address into the
and
phone
Dan
and not
realizing,
just Bendels.
Dan figuring out where exactly. It's like we couldn't drop a pin at this time. Like he finds the exact floor she's on in Bendels. And
Well,
he's
maybe
like, this is the emergency. I'm like, did you figure that out when you were outside the department store?
Yeah, that part. But I do wonder if like that's why she didn't just say come to Bendels.
Probably because he wouldn't have come.
Well, that, but also like in New York, did you have to like give someone the like actual street address?
I guess so.
The cab driver.
Yeah, I have to give them like the corner. I guess maybe that's what it is. Anywho, so Serena has talked to another nurse. She's taking Eric shopping. They're going to Bendels as well. So Dan shows up. Jenny is trying on different dresses for Kiss on the Lips, and she's got on this like coral colored dress that looks like Simone
She's
would wear to
picking out the
homecoming.
colors that are like, do you know what this party is,
Yeah,
Jenny?
like what are you thinking
It's
about
called
wearing
Kiss
this?
on the Lips. Why are we picking out sundresses?
Exactly. And also, I'm sorry, this dress, she says it's more than their rent. No, it isn't. First of all, because your rent is probably like $10,000 a month. But second of all, because this dress is just not anything
and then
like
she goes,
special.
but I think I could sew something like it.
Yeah, so she's gonna try. She's getting inspiration, and she needed Dan to say if he likes her in the dress. Which I'm like, why? Your brother?
Weird as
Do you
fuck.
like me in this dress? Who cares? Actually, gross if he does. So then we see Serena and Eric walking up, and Jenny, sneaky little shyster Jenny, has written an envelope for Serena. Which like Serena didn't need a physical invitation to still go to this party, but it's the thought that counts. So Jenny's like, Serena, and calls her over. And this is the first time we see Eric and Jenny meet.
Dan disappears.
Dan actually fully
Serena
evaporates.
This is my Eric interrupts stylist and personal shopper, Eric. Nice to meet you.
Yes, exactly. So Dan disappears. Jenny gives Serena the invitation, says, don't say you got it from me. And Serena goes, hey, Jenny, get the dress in black.
That was really good.
Which I do just want to say.
Also, I wrote foreshadowing for Jenny's arc.
Oh, yeah. Jenny, you look
Everything looks
dark
better in black,
colors.
Jenny.
Yes, exactly. Oh, God. Little J. Okay, so Nate and Chuck are going for a walk in Central Park. They're smoking pot.
Later on, Jenny's whole vibe is that she's in like black knee-high combat boots with like a 6-inch platform.
Jenny's whole vibe is like,
and
have you ever heard of Rip Tights and black eyeshadow? It's called gunmetal.
She's kicking in the door.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Hey, Pops.
Got any platinum hair dye? I'm only coming to Thanksgiving if there's platinum hair dye and gunmetal Urban Decay eyeshadow.
She takes wine out of someone's hands, guzzles it, drops it.
She's like, damn it, I thought this was straight vodka. Drops it.
Someone's going to want to clean that.
Anyone has something a little harder than this? She picks up the glass, starts chewing it. Tastes delicious. I'm fine. I'm literally fine, Dad.
I learned
hey,
that
Dad, I'm not your little girl anymore. If I want to eat glass, I will.
Learned that from my favorite movie, The Grinch.
Ever heard of it? Doubt it. God, I love Jim Carrey. He's so hot. Is that edgy? That's Jenny. So Nate and Chuck are going for a walk in Central Park. And Chuck is like really confused why Nate doesn't want to fuck Blair.
We're gonna keep getting like fresh air. Let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
All these things. Just I guess it's 2007. They can't go. Let's go smoke weed.
I guess I don't know, but they are smoking weed. And
yes.
Nate is just so like Nate. I love him so much. He is just this brooding guy. He continues to be it forever. He's like, do you ever just feel like our whole lives were planned for us and we're just
It's
gonna
so
end up like our
interesting.
parents?
This kind of character because he's not deep.
Yeah.
But he is, but like, it's interesting to see this trope of like a not deep rich boy who's still, he can't figure out what's wrong.
Well, and like, exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's like, why do I feel like bummed?
Why
And
do
they're
I feel like
maybe you have
empty all the
depression? He's like,
time?
what is that? It's also like, it's funny because yeah, out of all of his friends, he probably is the most deep, but like in a real world, he's not deep, like in the real world, but out of these people, like, you know, they're like, oh, Nate's the deep, like torture brooding one. Chuck goes, listen, Nate, there are things we're entitled to. Trust fund, prescription drug problem, Hampton's vacation house, but not happiness. Okay, got it.
But you are entitled to tap that ass.
Tap that ass. So get some. It's just too much. So then Back to Black starts playing again.
We're back at
hit
the
after hit
palace.
after hit. Serena and Blair, which I do also want to say, Serena, way to choose a place that you live. Way to not be like, hey, let's like you made Blair travel to you and you know she has somewhere to be. Classic. Actually classic. Also, I hate Blair's lipstick in this
Me,
scene.
I don't like Blair's hair or outfit in this.
No, she's
scene
got
at all.
big orange red lipstick that's like looks super glossy, and I'm like, this doesn't match what you're about to look like.
It's
when you
also
go with me.
some people like a vibrant lip isn't for everyone.
I totally agree. Don't love this. They're drinking martinis, which I remember always being like, I never saw them card anybody. Like, I remember thinking that. I'm like, these people were just drinking everywhere, and everyone knows who they are, and everyone knows they're underage, which is kind of funny. But Serena's like, so, like, tell me about your divorce. And I love this line from Blair. And she goes, so might I left her for another man. She lost 15 pounds, got an eye lift. It's been good for her. And then she spits an olive back into her martini. It's just so good. And Serena apologizes, and Blair goes, yeah, I can tell you're really sorry when you didn't call for an entire... Like, that's the thing. I'm like, what Blair's gone through this year and what she actually doesn't even know that has happened, like, and you didn't even tell her you were leaving. Like, it's so, like, unforgivable,
She,
Serena.
like, basically... Blair found out that she was at boarding school because she called Lily
Oh.
Vanderwoodson and
She called the home phone and said, can I please speak to Serena? And Lily said, didn't you hear? Haven't you heard? She's outie. She's at boarding school. And Blair goes, I don't even know why you went to boarding school. And Serena goes, can you just trust me? Bitch, no. And also, how dare you even ask that? Knowing what you know and what you're keeping from Blair, how dare you even ask her to trust you? You know what I mean? So Serena's like, look, I saw you with Cody and Iz. I'm not trying to take that away from you. Why? Because it's just yours to take away if you want it, Blair says. And they just kind of like make up. They're like, we're sisters. With our families, we need each other. And she ultimately does win Blair over. Laughter is the shortest distance between two people. They share a laugh. And Blair's like, whatever, you're here now. I have to go meet Nate. And they go. And they say, I love you. And whatever. And then Serena guzzles that martini. Here's a good question.
Why so thirsty, S?
That's my question too. Why so what are you upset about? I mean, okay, I guess there's shit going on. Okay, I guess your brother did just try to do something drastic.
That, and I also think part of it is like,
and you hate yourself.
She's gonna have to keep masking.
But does she hate herself? You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, if you're full of self-loathing, sure,
I think it's more
you?
like the amount of work she feels like she's gonna have to do now.
Fair.
She's like, now I'm gonna have to like.
Blair's gonna be like annoyingly mad about this, and I'm gonna have to like.
Or like
do
she's also
damage
like, if
control.
this friendship is gonna keep going, I'm gonna have to like remember every lie I've ever told.
Yeah, I guess so. So
Brooklyn,
New York,
Jenny sewing,
Brooklyn, New York.
Ever heard of it?
Is that your New York accent? Don't say yes.
I think I started
Don't
to, but
say
then,
yes.
Then Real Georgia immediately.
She did, as she does.
Yes,
If you don't know who that
she
is,
does.
not my problem. Jenny's making her dress. Dan walks in. They haven't seen each other since he disappeared. That's hilarious.
Invisible Man returns.
He actually left and never came back to Bendel. She did not see him again until this moment.
That is
That's
hysterical.
so funny to me.
And she's like, Serena's actually really nice. And if she did know you, she may actually like you. And Dan says, I think she may be overwhelmed by the glitz and glams of the Humphrey lifestyle.
That's so classic Humphrey to say that. Why is Humphrey also the perfect last? Humphrey. It's just like Humphrey. Like Dan Humphrey.
What does yours say?
Harumph.
Yes.
Is it harumph?
I think so.
So Jenny then baits him and she's like, well,
this is so funny. And this is kind of like so classic sibling.
It is so classic sibling. She goes, well, Serena's probably alone at the palace, just drinking by herself. I don't know. And Dan goes, I'm going to go out. And she goes, well, Dad left money for dinner.
Yeah.
And I was thinking Indian. And that's when Dan decides to go. And she goes, good. Because I already ordered and I only got enough for one. And I'm like, wow, when I'm ordering for one, I'm ordering enough for 6. You know what I mean? Never could be me. Things I've never said. I only ordered enough for one.
No, well, things I have said and thought, and then people see what I order and they're like, oh my God, you got like a whole spread.
They're like, are you hosting a Super Bowl party?
Well, it is like, okay, when I order from like Uber Eats, it's like, but I want a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
I'm not going to eat all of it.
I want girl dinner.
But I want a little bit of. I'm not going to get an entree and no appetizer.
It's boring as fuck. I'm already ordering. Oh my God, you guys! If you don't get it, you don't get it. All right.
Chuck, go to the palace. Chuck is stalking Serena.
Chuck's parents just bought the palace.
Yes, he comes over, and he goes, "I love this town."
Serena is wasted, and this is what I'm saying though. I'm like, you just had this like good conversation with
Why
Blair.
are you?
And now you look like this. She's like, her hair's all over her face.
Yeah.
And she's like,
I mean, maybe it is guilt.
Wasted. But I'm like, is it? You don't seem that guilty. Like, if you were that guilty, you wouldn't have maybe gone away for an entire year. You would have been like, what am I doing? I need to go back and face my demons.
And then he's like, I'm going to have to tell my parents the hotel they just bought is serving minors. And she says, and if you get a drink, they're also serving pigs.
Ooh.
And he says, I love it when you talk dirty. And she says, You love it when a girl talks to you at all. Actually, I prefer it when they're not talking. I've missed our witty banter. Let's go take our clothes off and stare at each other. Let's get a. I wrote this entire scene down.
Literally did.
Let's get a bite to eat. I've been drinking on an empty stomach. I thought you didn't do that anymore. Special occasion.
Thought you didn't do that anymore.
I love
also like, why'd you think that?
I love the way she goes, special occasion.
But why?
Why did you think that? You guys didn't know she was coming back. You guys don't know where she's been.
You don't know what she's been doing. Like exactly. Like I'm just like that. We don't know that.
And then
but I am just like special occasion. It is confusing. Why are you drinking so much? It's like a Tuesday.
This is classic 2007 to 2012 era where truffles are the way to a rich girl's heart.
Totally.
Because he goes, what about a grilled cheese with truffle?
And she goes, he goes, you love truffle. And she goes, enough to know it's not on the menu. He goes, well, I know someone, or I'm connected or whatever. There is zero chemistry with Chuck from Serena's end.
This is giving friends having like their frenemies having flirty banter.
Exactly. But she's wasted. He leads her to the back.
She like stumbles when she gets up.
Yes, she's very drunk.
Only because I'm hungry.
Only because I'm hungry. She like does a whole don't touch me. She like backs up. All right, so Nate walks into the hotel room that Blair has prepared.
Wait, aren't they at the country house?
Are they?
I feel like they said that. On the walk earlier.
Country house seems crazy, but maybe you're right. I'm just like, how did she get there so fast? And change her lipstick.
Okay, portals.
I know. Okay, portals. There have to be, because how did Lily Vanderwoodson get to the Brooklyn studio so early? Anyway, we'll talk about that. All right, so Nate walks in. I'm like, what man on God's green earth walks into a room that's set up like this where sex is obviously on the table, it's on the docket, and your girlfriend looks like that, and you're like, God damn it. Like, he's like bummed out.
He walks in, he does a little spin.
He goes, what are you wearing?
Puts his hands through his hair. He goes, fuck.
Yeah, he's like,
what do you want?
He's like, oh my God, what? Ow. This is a fire hazard, number one. Number two, you look bizarre. Why are you wearing that? Why are you wearing that, Blair?
Blair, are you kidding me?
You look ridiculous, Blair. But it's sad because he's like not psyched, and she gets immediately self-conscious. She's like, is it too much? Like, I just want it to be special. Oh, it breaks my heart.
This iconic background music starts to play. The way that they edit this whole thing.
Yes.
Right.
That's how it sounds. Candlelight or something like that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Actually, it's exactly what it sounds like.
And so Nate's like hesitant to get all this stuff, and he's like, look, I don't know how to say this or if it's even the right thing to do. And then we cut to the kitchen.
We get like 3 scenes going in and out of each other. So we have the kitchen scene with Chuck paying off the chef, saying we're closing early, which is insane. You're at a hotel, you're telling them to close early, bonkers.
Just because they bought the hotel doesn't mean that
their 16-year-old son can say, hey, head home for the night. Also, you think they don't have to close? It's a kitchen. It's going to take hours for them to get out of here, but okay. So Serena is sitting on the counter. She's eating her truffle grilled cheese. She's thrilled. Chuck is going to try to get in her pants right now. We then see Blair and Nate having their moment in the room, and she's so upset because he's telling her. And then we also get the flashbacks to the Shepherd wedding.
Chuck starts groping her. She's like, this is not happening right now. And he's like, you're worried Nate will find out. And she's like, why, Nate? Why would I? Whatever. And he says, last year, the Shepherd wedding.
Then we
get the
it's
flashback.
Giving the Jenna thing. Yeah. The Shepherd wedding is like the Jenna thing. We get this flashback. Serena is wasted, standing on the bar. Nate's trying to get her down. They start to kiss, and it just turns into whatever.
And then they accidentally pop the champagne, and Nate goes, that never happens to me.
Oh my God. But so, we're back in the room and we see Nate telling Blair, and she's like, but that's it. Right?
She says,
you just kissed.
Wait, but Serena in the scene, she goes, look at you. You're a mess. You're a mess. I'm like,
you're a mess.
Hey, Serena, you're the one on top of the bar.
You look insane
barefoot.
right now. Actually, barefoot. Insane. The way that Blair's just so willing to like,
it. You guys kiss.
So she's like, that's it, right? Okay, great. That you just she's so willing to overlook it. And then his face just kind of falls. And we find out that Chuck, this is what's crazy to me. Chuck is watching from the balcony above. The fact that he's not recording is crazy, or took a picture is crazy to me, and so unlike him. It's like a plot hole to me. Like, I'm just like, no way.
Maybe it's because it's his best friend.
I guess, but it's just.
Was he in love with Blair yet?
No. It's just crazy. And so then we go back to Chuck and Serena.
Best
and
friend
like,
and the boyfriend.
We're
pretty
not
classy.
Classy, yes. We're not so different, you and I. And Serena's like, no, I'm really trying to change.
That was that. I'm trying to change. I liked you better before.
And then Chuck really tries to go for it and kind of force himself on her, and she kicks him in the nuts.
We get this whole montage of like him groping and assaulting Serena, back with her having sex with Nate, and back with Nate and Blair.
Throwing herself on the ground, crying.
It's so sad.
It's so sad. Serena walks out of the kitchen and runs into Dan,
like
who came here to find her.
Sorry, one of them is concussed.
Whirls in so hard that her entire bag flies out of her hand, hits the ground, everything falls out. She couldn't be ruder to Dan as he gets down to help her pick it up, and she leaves her phone behind. It's a classic Cinderella story moment. We love these.
And just when B&S had built a bridge, it had all come crashing down. But dry your eyes. Kiss on the lips is just around the corner.
And you know who loves parties? Gossip Girl. So then Chuck walks by Dan and is like, stop fucking following me. All right, so we are back in the park. Nate and his dad are going for a race. Captain beat him, which is crazy.
I do love that, going for a race.
going for a race, not a run. And Captain's like, Nate, you seem really good. Like, good night with Blair. And Nate's like, no, I actually feel good because I'm not with her. Like, it's actually over. Blair and I are done. We got in a big fight. It's for the best. And Captain's like, best for who? Oh, best for
hey, why don't we take one for the family?
Yeah, hey, let me teach you something about family values. He's like, let me just remind you that Blair's a great girl and you've been dating forever and you'll love her, right? Let's not take a break right now. We find out that Eleanor Waldorf is gearing up to take her company public, and Captain has been teeing her up to let him take the deal. But he's afraid that if Nate breaks up with Blair, that's not going to happen anymore. So he's like, I need you to work through this rough patch and just don't give up because things are hard, not in business or if your family is depending on you. So lots of pressure on Nate, which is going to continue to happen. Like, Nate does just continuously have like
he
the
has
weight
to pick
of the
up for all of his parents' shortcomings.
And his parents are fucking psycho.
At the palace, Dan is trying to turn in this phone, and the concierge is like, how the fuck do you have it? And how the fuck do you know Serena Vanderwoodson?
It's like,
you little
dude,
creep.
Everybody fucking
I can
knows
smell
Serena
the Brooklyn
Vanderwoodson.
water coming off of you.
It's seeping out of your very large pores. And Dan goes, hey, okay, look, when Prince Charming found Cinderella's shoe, nobody accused him of having a foot fetish. She's
like, well, no one here is accusing you of having a cell phone fetish either. That's not really the issue.
And then Serena walks in and Dan pretty much flips out because the concierge is like, excuse me, Miss Vanderwoodson. He's like, no, she doesn't know me. Nobody knows me. Please, God, no. And Serena comes over. She's like, oh, yeah, no, I know you. Sorry for last night. It's like, okay, so you were lucid. You were aware and you couldn't say sorry last night when you did it? Got it. Understood.
Lily comes in with a dress for Kiss on the Lips and is like, got this for you? Like, I saw the invitation. And Serena's like, I'm not fucking going to that, you idiot.
Like, I'm so over these like high society parties, Mom. It's not me anymore.
I'm going to an underground rock show.
It's just not me anymore. I'm hanging out with
more
this
hardcore.
Guy. Also, unrealistic thing about the Humphreys here. Dan is wearing a different brown jacket in this scene than he has in the first scene. I'm sorry, but Dan Humphrey does not have two brown jackets. You know what I mean? One jacket, definitely not two of the same color. Like, no way. So Lily can't understand why Serena wouldn't go, and Serena's like, well, it's actually just because they already have plans with my friend, and she doesn't know his name, so she just has to like point to him. And Lily, I don't know, does she like immediately know that he's Rufus's son? Him. Yeah, I think so too, because she kind of has this like knowing smile where she's like, oh, I know how you get wrapped up with the Humphreys.
It's almost like she recognizes him but is like, no way. And then Serena says Humphrey and she's like, no way.
Exactly.
And then they hand over the flyer saying we're going to the Lincoln Hawk show. And
it's like a hilarious little, she's like, like, it's just so funny to me.
She's like, Serena, I like a few of their songs.
Yeah, exactly. Serena's like, yeah, I'm a huge fan. And like, Lily's just obviously getting
Top
such a
10
kick out of
forgettable
this.
bands of the 90s.
Yes.
And then Lily's like, this dress would have been great to announce your return, but I'll just keep it for myself.
To announce your return. I'm like,
sure, it's been announced.
Don't worry, babe. So Serena's like, oh, thanks for covering for me. And they kind of both seem to think like this is it. And Dan's like, all right, well, yep, I'm going to go. And you see her like think about it. And she's like, let's make me different. Pick me up at 9. Also, why 9? Why not 8? 9 is kind of late.
I heard 8.
Oh, maybe that is what it was. And this is one of my favorite lines of the whole show. When Dan goes,
wait, pause. Later on, Dan is mad, or Dan and Serena are like, I think Serena's even the one who's more like, we have all this time to kill. It's like,
they're so early.
Picked the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Serena.
Good point. He's not going to correct you, girl.
No.
He will not be correcting you. But I love this line. He goes, you really go out with some guy you don't know? She goes, you can't be any worse than the guys that do know.
I bet that was a tagline.
Ooh, it's so
that was definitely
fucking good.
in the previews for this episode.
Yes. And then Dan does the stupidest little thing with his tongue, and he looks at the concierge and he's like, and he does like this weird little point at him, and he like jumps out of the palace. It's hilarious.
We go to the sushi restaurant with Nate and Blair, which made you want sushi. And
it did. Even though I don't even think we saw like one piece of sushi, and yet I was like, I need it. They're eating with chopsticks, and so I need.
I can smell the soy sauce.
Yeah.
Hang Me Out to Dry is playing, and Blair is she's in a terrible mood, obviously.
And why
so.
wouldn't she be? You know,
And it's like, thanks for meeting me at this business meeting.
Yeah, exactly. And that is exactly what it is. And he's like, I want to fix it. I just want to put everything in the past. Like, I'm not gonna see Serena again. I'm not gonna
It'll be
talk
like
to
she
her.
doesn't exist.
Crazy. That's how. But it's also like, look at how bad he like does want to make his dad proud.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that he's like willing to do this. And she's like, good idea. Let's not mention it again. And then eat some of his sushi.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, she wants to keep her spot so bad, and Nate is crucial
And she
to
says,
that.
I just feel bad.
He's like, I think he was kind of hoping she wasn't going to take him back, because he's
Yeah.
like,
And
are you sure you were like really upset?
she's like, I overreacted. If you say it's in the past, it's in the past. I'm sure you have no
I'm
feelings
sure you
for her.
have no feelings for her.
I just feel bad for Serena. She's gonna really miss you.
It's so good. It's like such a, like, she's going to make this as painful for Nate as she possibly can. So this is when Lily shows up at Rufus's studio. Rufus, why is my daughter going to one of your concerts
like,
with
this
your
is-
son?
This is me thinking they do still have like at least a working relationship,
That's what I'm
because she
saying.
walks in there, Rufus.
Rufus. And he's like, Lily Vanderwoodson in my neck of the woods. What are you looking for?
You are such a thorn in my side.
Yeah. It's like they just obviously, they look for any opportunity to like get in front of each other. You know what I mean? And Rufus is like, oh, I'm proud of Dan. Like, nice. Good for Dan going on a date with her.
And she goes, are you sure this isn't just a ploy to get back in my life now that your wife left you? And he's like, how do you know my wife left me? And she's like, small island, like you said.
like you said. And he goes, oh, you heard about this. Well, and then you use your daughter as an excuse to find me. And they just like, it's just also clear. It's like that, those people that as soon as they get back in each other's orbit, they just revert back to their like, like it's so natural for them.
He goes, I can't seem to get you out of my dreams. I tend to have this recurring dream where I walk into the back of a tour bus and you're laying there with Trent Reznor after a Nine Inch Nails concert and he has an earring in his ear. Oh, wait, that wasn't a dream.
No, she says, with your shoes in your earrings. And I think that means she has her legs like behind her head and they're having sex.
Yes.
And I never
goes,
really
wait, that wasn't a dream.
She goes, so I moved on. It's just,
and he goes, and then
I love Lily Vanderwoodson as a former groupie. It's such a good little
And then
ripple.
you switched up from rock stars to billionaires, and not all of us have settlements for multiple divorces to sustain us.
I wrote, they're obsessed with each other.
Just stay out of my life, Rufus.
As she says with a smile, and she's like, fingers crossed. She's like, stay out of my life, Rufus.
Wink.
Yeah, exactly. Wink, exactly. She goes, just stay
She
with your
flashes her
washed up
tramp
band
stamp.
and your crappy so-called art gallery. She like does a heart as she leaves, blows him a kiss.
The Brittany Bateman.
Yes, all the way to Brooklyn for this, by the way. All the way to Brooklyn from Midtown
Portals.
for this.
Portals.
All right, we're at the Humphrey residence. This is our moment. Siblings are getting ready, and this is when Jenny says it. Let's do it together. Here we go. You're going out with Serena,
and
I'm going to kiss on the lips. Who said this family wasn't cool? And Dan leaves as Rufus walks in. Rufus sees Jenny.
Oh my God.
My daughter's a woman.
I hate that.
Chill.
He
Chill
says,
out, actually.
Hey, you can just say I look pretty, actually, instead of
Yes.
doing a sermon on the passage of time.
Okay, I loved the dress Blair was wearing.
Me too. I
before
thought she looked
changed.
so chic.
She looked so chic.
And her
so
hair
good.
later on, she's fucking Melissa Hastings' hair.
I thought the exact, I wrote the same thing down. Really good. But it looks better. But also, one thing about this moment, I'm like, this dress, it's this gorgeous, like mauve, dusty, lilac
Like a drop
color.
waist.
With a drop waist with like this rhinestone kind
It's
of
very
belt
like
and an open
Amanda
back.
Batula.
Yeah, very Amanda Batula. It's like sophisticated, sexy. It's all these things. And Eleanor comes in. She's like, the other dress is a lot classier. I'm like, no, this is a classy dress. But
The
one
other
of
one's
the
a lot
things,
younger.
Okay, yeah. One of the things that's so telling to me about Blair in this moment, the way she's looking at herself in the mirror and where she puts her hand on like her lower stomach, like to see how it's looking. And I'm like, she wants to wear this dress because she looks thin. Like that's what this dress is for. And there's so many of these little moments, like we don't fully see it yet, but like we don't.
Well, we get a line. We get a
it.
line like this where Eleanor says, "Blair, you will never be more beautiful or thin or happy than you are right now."
And Blair immediately smiles. It's like that is what she enjoys hearing from her mom, and it's like such a fucked up thing.
And then her mom says, "And put some product in your hair. The ends are dry."
And then
we
Blair's
get an
upset.
iconic montage that I'm sure was like interspliced in the whole preview of them in the limo.
Yes,
I don't
all
remember
the
what
A-list
song is
kids
playing.
in the limo. They've got champagne. They've got weed. They're blowing O's.
Oh, it's hard to live in the city. That song.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's hard.
Yeah.
To live in the city. Okay, couldn't remember how it went. Dan comes to the palace to pick up Serena. We get
In
that shot again. And that fucking scarf. Third jacket, probably. We get that shot again of Serena like overlooking the balcony, overlooking the palace, like she did at Grand Central. And then we get the limo arriving to the kiss on the lips party, and the party just looks epic. Like, I'm dying to be
Timbaland's
there.
playing. Jenny's standing around awkwardly, and then Chuck sees her and says, "Who's the newbie?" And the girls
Who's
go,
the
"Jenny
newbie?"
Humphrey." I love.
She's a
freshmen.
freshman.
They're
Yeah.
so fresh.
And there's nothing about her on Gossip Girl, which is like music to his ears.
No, until you're done with her.
Yeah. So he approaches Jenny, and I wrote, Jenny needs to stop saying I know when people introduce themselves. Hey, really annoying. Stop it. Anyway, I know she's a victim, but that's really annoying. And then we get Gossip Girl. Looks like little Jay might end up with a new boy and a ticket to the inner circle, or we'll see end up with another victim. I told you I love parties. Dan is not posting that.
No.
It has to be an intern. Right?
Has to be.
Is there like a hotline where people can just like put things and they automatically publish? I feel like no. I feel like that's
No, because it's in Gossip Girl's voice.
You're
not
right.
just Kristen Bell's voice, but the way that it's
yeah,
written.
no, I know. It's weird.
Maybe honestly, this is more Dan. Dan figured out he could like make this his way to the top eventually if he said it was him.
Wow.
Gossip Girl's never actually been revealed.
Oh my God, could you imagine? I'm like, no, but that would be crazy because he does it at the end when he's already at the top and everyone's fucking furious. Sorry.
Well,
to
he
poke a
needed
hole in
another
that.
book deal.
Well, exactly.
So we go to the concert and Serena looks a little overdressed and she says as much. And she's like, "Oh my God, are you like a groupie?" Because he's saying hi to the band.
He's like, let me introduce you to one of the guys in the band. Doesn't say that it's his dad. And Rufus goes, Serena Vanderwoodson. Oh my, Dan's like, holy
he may
fuck.
as well say, "You look just like your mother."
Yeah, no, literally. And it's funny because it's one of like, how do you know who she is? And it sucks because for Dan, it's immediate. Like Serena's like, okay, you talk about me nonstop. Like, and Jenny, like you guys are talking about me. But it's like, knowing how he actually knows who she is just so funny.
And Rufus goes, "I don't know how I know that.
I don't know how I know that." And he looks at Dan and Serena's like, it's awkward. It's giving awkward first date. They like when they realize they're super early again. But that's a really good point that she did pick that time. But why didn't you go get a drink before, like dinner?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you didn't like make that part of the plan.
And she's like, "So you took me to meet your dad on our first date?" And he says,
Oh, this is a date. Ooh.
"We're at the party."
Chuck pulls Jenny away. He wants to talk somewhere quiet.
Guys, at a party like this with a guy like Chuck, if he says, "Let's go somewhere a little more quiet,"
Call the
don't
police.
go.
Call the police, actually. Get him arrested. He grabs a bottle of champagne. They go up, and they're like in the stairwell. She's like, "Where do you want to go?" He's like, "Right here. Like, no one's here, and we can definitely fuck here." He starts trying to kiss her, and she's like super nervous. It's like she does a really good job with the scene from an acting
She looks
perspective.
so young.
So young. It's also her hair, the way it's like clipped over.
And also, like,
she's-
I know that they, like, in the show, they're the same age, but Chuck looks so old and gross and everything, like, in this scene. So it's like, so Jenny's like, you said you wanted to talk. What did you want to talk about? And, he's like, how into you I am, and keeps trying to kiss her. And he's like, "I'm sorry. If you don't want to do anything, that's fine. Let's start over. Let's have a glass of champagne, all this stuff." And Jenny texts Dan to be like, bad stuff at Kiss on the Lips.
Yes, exactly. So then again, he's trying to kiss her, and she's. Oh,
No,
wait,
we're
sorry.
back at the date now.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, Jenny.
We're at the date, and Dan's like, "My sister was right. You're really nice." And she's like, "You didn't know I was nice before you like took me on a date?" And he's like, "I just thought you were hot." And I can't tell if he said that as a joke or if, because I'm like, okay, now you're no better than Chuck and Nate on the bus.
Well, he's still better than Chuck, but he is.
No, but you know,
I know what you mean.
As far as
I just
he
couldn't see the
knows.
comment, so that's why I'm saying that. But I completely am with you. Like it's also like you're not confident enough to say that. Sorry. And she goes, "Oh, okay, sensitive, tortured soul boy is actually kind of superficial, huh?" And that's when he gets that like SOS, I need you, and then another one, 911 for real, please, you know Chuck. Holy fuck. Like, and also Jenny got a read on this so fast because like from what we saw, like it wasn't there yet.
Because also like in the beginning, it kind of gives Jenny would maybe like make out with Chuck.
Yes, totally. So Serena's like, "Oh, what are the texts?" And he's like, "It's nothing. It's just Jenny." Like she mentioned this guy Chuck, and this is this great moment where like Serena's like, no, we need to go, and if it's Chuck, it's not okay, and Serena's gonna go with him. So we get to the party. Dan and Serena walk in. They're looking for Jenny, and whispers immediately, "Oh my God, Serena's here. Oh my God." Someone goes, "Oh my God, she is so brave." That's what one of the whispers is. She is so brave for showing up here. Blair spots her and is furious and tries to kick her out.
Wait, I also loved one that said, wait. You know, Serena never misses a party.
So true.
I also think there was a whisper when she came into the Waldorf party earlier.
Whisper.
There was a whisper at the other party where they're like, do you think she's pregnant?
Oh my God. So good. This is where I wrote, Blair's hair is giving Melissa Hastings at homecoming. Nate tries to stop Blair from kicking Serena out, and Blair is like, if you fucking talk to her, I will murder you. And he literally goes, I'm just going to get some air, walks straight past her, does not look at her. But the fact that Serena looks at him and is like pissed off at it, like,
come on.
I can't believe Serena's like,
well, at this point, Serena doesn't think Blair knows.
Well, and then she sees Blair from across the room, and this is a moment where I'm like, Blair also is like, I can't even like do this with you right now. Like, cause I'm like, Blair doesn't go kick her out. Blair's like, she's so hurt. She can't even go talk to her. Like, I feel like Blair's like, if I go talk to you, I will start bawling. And like, that's just going to be that.
So we go up to the roof and Chuck is fully assaulting Jenny, and then back downstairs, and Serena is like, let's go upstairs. Let's go see if they're up there. They see Chuck's scarf. They make it all the way up to the roof. And they're like, Chuck, get off of her, get off of her. And Chuck says, it's a party. Things happen.
It's a party. Yeah, it's so horrible.
And Dan pulls Chuck off of Jenny. And he's like, oh, it's you. Doesn't Chuck say, like,
Chuck goes,
it's
who
you?
Who even are you?
And he goes, I'm in your class.
So good. He goes, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm in your class. My name is Dan Humphrey. And that is my little sister. And he punches him right on sister. Epic punch. And then
Serena
grabs Jenny. He's like, let's go.
Well, Serena walks up to Chuck at first and pushes him and goes, you stay away from her.
Yes, exactly.
Never touch her again.
So then,
and then Chuck says, your life's over, sluts. Don't forget, I know everything.
Life's over, slut. Oh my God. Dan, Serena, Jenny are leaving. They're taking Jenny home. And Dan grabs Serena's hand in front of everyone. Again, very ballsy. Very ballsy moment for
Blair
Dan
can't believe it. She's like, this is almost, you being with this poor son of a bitch is almost worse than you fucking Nate.
I said almost, Serena.
That little head movement was a good Blair.
Thank you. I'll be working on it for the next 3 years. Dan puts Jenny in the cab, and I love this moment. He asks Serena if he can have a second date. And she looks at him and she goes, we'll talk about it in the cab, and gets in. And I do just like love that as much as like I'm not, Anthony is so team Serena and Dan.
Crazy.
He loves them together. I'm like, of course, but he's like, it's us, babe. I'm like, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? But she gets in the cab and he's just like, holy fuck, he did it again. He's like, okay, what can't I do? Like, who says Humphreys aren't cool?
Nate watched the whole thing. He's over there drinking his heart away.
Oh yeah, he's drinking it looks like a Heineken.
Or a Stella. Stella is what's in all the fucking shows.
I wonder if they were sponsored. There is a vitamin water sponsor in this show, and it'll be obvious.
In just quick sidebar. In this week's episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I think there's fully a Wayfair ad in the episode because Heather's girls come home and she's like, yeah, and I furnished this entire new office, all Wayfair.
Oh my God, it has to be. Wait, that's so weird.
Close-ups of the furniture.
Okay, weird. It must be. Because I'm also like, Heather, you're not shopping at Wayfair. So, okay, anyway, weird. So yeah, Blair walks out and watches as they leave. Nate's standing over there. Chuck comes up behind Blair, and Blair goes, she better not show her face again. And Chuck goes, I'm kind of hoping she will.
And then Blair's like, oh, we can make her live
Blair has
together.
This awesome smile where she's like, wait, yeah, let's take her the fuck down.
Then we get in the cab. Dan's in the middle. He's got his arm around Jenny. Serena's looking out the window in the other direction, just like the first shot.
Just like that. Serena looks over at Dan. She's like, have you ever heard the song Vienna? And Dan, they have like a little smile. And we get our last Gossip Girl moment of the episode. Spotted. Serena making a heroic exit from B's party. Too bad for her. There's school on Monday. So until next time, you know you love me. Gossip Girl. That was good. I love the you know what I'm doing?
Yeah, it's kind of Pink Panther vibes.
No, I hate that you said that. I actually hate that you fucking
I just mean that. Like I can picture
don't say shit like that on the podcast.
I just picture the Pink Panther dancing to that music.
Oh God. All right, so guys, that was our Gossip Girl pilot. I was a little bit nervous about us recapping it because I was like, we already did it. Is it gonna feel stale? No, never. And you know what? I feel so much.
That was so long ago.
I feel so much better about us recapping this show. Like I was nervous, but do you feel like I feel like we just fell back into it? Like it just
Yeah.
we just got the gift of gap. We've got the gift of recaps. We just do. Our next episode is called The Wild Brunch. I do have the synopsis. Do you care if I do it? And you have to do a recap next week. Rock on. All right. So in the wake of the scandalous kiss on the lips party, Serena receives an ice cold reception from her best friend, Blair. That's it. I do blah, blah. That's how Louis talks to her later. Blah, blah, blah. That's kind of how
and I can't wait to meet Cyrus.
Oh, not enough. Oh, I just love him so much. Oh, this show was just so good. I love it so much. Can't wait to meet the real Eleanor Waldorf next episode. Guys, I hope you enjoy this pilot. We are so excited to be doing this. I hope that if you haven't watched Gossip Girl before, I hope that you're getting started. We did spoil it, but
we haven't spoiled a lot.
Believe me, there's plenty.
We haven't even talked about Georgina.
No, God, I mean, the way that I love Mona, prep for it. It's going to be the same. People were like, that was the hardest one. And the thing I posted that was like, who would you rather have scheming on your behalf, Georgina Sparks or Mona Vanderwall? I mean, how do you choose? But imagine have them both. Holy shit. Anyway, hope that you are watching for the first time and loving it, or rewatching and enjoying it, or not rewatching at all. I feel like you shouldn't have to. I feel like we made it pretty clear what happens. But we love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to your one and only source. Until next week, you know you love us, and we love you like a sister. Ooh, okay, that kind of ate. Are we doing it in spot still? And not the vibrato. Okay.
Well, Caroline's
she's a vocalista.
Caroline's absolutely jealous of my vibrato.
Okay, you know, it's a sore subject for me. Oh my God. No, you did kind of low-key sound like a sheep. I almost said like a baa.
Well, yeah. Yes. Wait, if you can do that, you can do vibrato.
Hey, Phoebe, I can do vibrato. And I hope you know that. Oh my God, holy shit. All right, guys.
And splat.
I think that's it. And splat. Thank you for listening. And splat. New listeners are like, what the fuck did I just listen to?